Hey everybody. Oh, I forgot the date. That's important. It's over and out. 10/4. It is October 4th, everyone. Just for the record. There you go. And it's time for another Marvel Legendary MCU setup. This one is going to be based on the last Marvel television property I think we're going to be doing, unless there's some exceptions coming down the line later. This is Helstrom. I didn't actually watch this show, so it'll be interesting to play this. Maybe I'll go back and watch this one. I think it was just canceled after one season after they transferred everything over to Disney Plus, etc. Yes. So speaking of being here at the start of one of these, just a quick reminder about the announcement I did make in the Discord announcements. If you missed that, starting next week, I am going to be moving all of my streams to take place at 4 p.m. Pacific, including my MCU streams. It's been a really good run doing these on Tuesday nights, and I'm glad I was able to do these for folks who this time worked out for them. But unfortunately, due to my schedule changes, I can't be staying up till midnight anymore. So it's going to be every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 2 hours later than I normally do my my randomizer streams and my viewer challenge or other Friday, Saturday streams. So this will be the last 10 p.m. one. I will still be uploading everything to the YouTube channel. So I'm sorry to see you not be able to watch it if this time doesn't work for you. But I will be uploading everything, so hopefully you can catch all the games that you want once we move into Phase 4. And I appreciate you all for being here for these streams this entire time. They're not stopping. We're just moving to 4 p.m. Pacific starting next week. And that's that. Yes, helps with the sleep schedule a little, amongst other things. All right, so that aside, we have one more to play today. Very excited because we are moving to Phase 4 next week with WandaVision and everything after that. We have one more non-Disney Plus or MCU film to deal with, and that is going to be Helstrom. Let me put the prediction up real quick, so that'll be going. Okay, it is live. 5 minutes on the clock for that. Here is the... Yeah, so very close to Disney Plus. Here we go. So, Helstrom is the setup today. Let me hide the predictions just for a moment. So, oh, why is it? It's all zoomed out. Oh, because the last one was crazy big. All right, there we go. So, Helstrom. The scheme is symbiotic absorption from Venom, either draining the life force of Victoria or sapping Gabriella's health to make a baby. Use Emma Frost as the drained mastermind, representing Kthara. And I am going to need some help with this off the cuff if there's any lore stuff I need to cover, because I didn't see the show. Mephisto, of course, because demons. And we're using 3 villain groups for the always leads for Emma Frost. I'm not using Hellions because that was fun. I guess whichever one off the cuff wants to pick. I think Lords of the Netherworld. We got Demons of Limbo, Underworld, and Lords of the Netherworld. Then we've got Spider Infected. I like the explanation here. Demons often push characters to the walls, giving them wall crawl. Amazing. Then we've got, okay, well, whatever. We're just going to have a fun game of Legendary. That's really all I care about. So we got Rictor as Daimon shattering demons. Oh, by the way, we may or may not, depending on expansions next year, actually get a Helstrom hero set. We'll have to see, and maybe this will warrant a replay. We've got Clea as Anna, Elsa Bloodstone as Victoria, Blade as the Caretaker, and the Vishanti as Yen and the One-Eyed Skull. A lot of heroes I really enjoy using, so this should be a lot of fun. And then all the standard cards and special cards that you see here, including Bindings in the Wound Stack, much to my chagrin. But it is what it is, and I'm happy to oblige. So, predictions are still up. Let me show those again. Let's go over our Mastermind and scheme, shall we? Our Masterminds, plural, actually. So our main Mastermind is Mephisto, of course. He's got 10 attack. Whenever a player gains a wound... I think you got this in the back. I'll do my best. Emma Frost can be tricky, and he's going to play Emma Frost today. So whenever a player gains a wound, put it on the top of that player's deck, and then Master Strike. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. It might be possible. We got a few Marvel Knights. We got Clea, we got Blade, and that's it. But that's plenty. And then before I get to the second Mastermind, here's the scheme: symbiotic absorption, a popular one. Set up 11 twists that assign a second drained mastermind. It's going to be Emma Frost here, and her 4 tactics out of play. And there always leads villain group as an extra villain group. Doesn't really matter. She doesn't mention the Hellions at all. So, twist 1 to 4. Shuffle one of the drained mastermind's tactics into the main mastermind's tactics. Twist 6, 8, 10. The mastermind uses this twist to copy the Master Strike ability of the drained mastermind. Twist 11 evil wins. Then special rolls of tactics or strikes mention the drained mastermind. Use the main one instead. And all right, so Mephisto's going to copy this Master Strike effect probably, and definitely some tactics. So here are Here is her card. So all I got to care about is not her standing effect. She has during your turn, Emma Frost gets +1 attack for each right here you have. That's not going to come into play. Just her Master Strike. Stack this strike next to Emma Frost. Then each player has a Waking Nightmare for each strike stacked here. So the strikes that happen... So I assume on twist 6, 8, 10, I actually stacked the twists next to Mephisto to represent the twist that the strikes that Emma Frost puts there. So that'll increase the Waking Nightmare counter for each one of those that happens. So that's going to be a lot to keep track of, but hey, that's what we do here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get my stuff shuffled up. You have like a minute left for the predictions. Set everything up here, and let's go. So Mephisto takes the seat of honor. We're going to set, we don't need the Mastermind card, but we'll set the tactics aside. And they are shuffled and out of play. Shuffled and out of play. By the way, while I'm setting things up here, if you're not familiar with the Legendary Legacy Adventure Project, it is a project with me and a bunch of other volunteers who are writing 5 battle paths for each individual character in Legendary. Thanks to the great work of everybody there and some other work that I've done, we now have 30... Is it 30? Or 40? Did I get to 40? I think we're up to 40. I think it's 40. It's all blending together. 40 unique paths are ready to be tested. So I have folks testing it right now. If you have designed a path or you're interested in designing a path, let me know, see who's available. I think it's 42, yeah. 40 as well. If you want to design a path, if anybody would like to try your hand at one, see what's available, check out the Legacy Adventure channel. If you do design a path, I'll give you access to the prototype roster so you can test some battles out for yourself. Test this out for me and everyone else, and it should be really interesting once it gets going. Very ambitious project. All right, wow, 99% of the points are towards a win, and the points are almost all allocated. 10 seconds left on that before I can fill up the HQ. And yeah, I don't think this is going to be a particularly difficult one, but it's going to be fun because I really enjoy all these heroes. And also Bloodstone, I read her Secret Wars story recently, so her hero set is more fun for me now. Okay, so 5 people say win, 2 people say lose with a very paltry amount of points. 14,000 points say win on the win side, and then 105 on the lose side. So let's see what happens. That's true. You get a nice little return there if that does work out for you. All right, let's see how you guys feel about this HQ, starting off with, we got Ostra from the Vishanti, another Ostra from the Vishanti. You know what? I want to give I didn't give a courtesy shuffle to the decks, so let me go ahead and do that. Isn't Elsa in Werewolf by Night this week? She is. I forgot that was this week. I'm not trying to change anything. I just didn't shuffle these at all after the stream started, so I got to be fair and do that. Would love having a couple Osters, but I don't get them anymore. Maybe I will. But Werewolf by Night, you know what? I think he might be a hero by the time that I get to that setup. But yes, she's officially making her MCU debut in Werewolf by Night. So is Man-Thing, and I'm very excited for that too. From the early reviews, by the way, I've heard early reviews for Werewolf by Night are extremely positive, and Man-Thing is a runaway hit, which is great. I love the character, so should be good. All right, I shuffled the decks. Now let's see who I get for reals. Okay, we got Blade this time. We got Clea. We got Elsa. We got more Blade, and we got an Ostra anyway. So there we go. Some good stuff. Should be fun. Let's get started with turn number 1 right away. What year was that from, Mikey? Okay, we got a 4 and 2. All right, Symbiotic Absorption, go. Starting with turn number 1, it is the Spider Infected. Spider Infected have ambushed. This captures a bystander, and the next tier you recruit this turn has Wall Crawl is their fight effect. That is going to happen a lot. So let me go ahead and give them a standard bystander here. Can't fight them this turn, but I'll get to it. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the tournament's still going on. It hasn't even officially started. We started early. Officially starts on Friday, but if you're in, get those battles in. You can take your time, but you have until next Thursday. And again, if you're going to drop out, please let me know ahead of time so I don't have to keep a pod open when it doesn't have to be. All right, I got a 2 and 4, or 4 and 2. I just said it in reverse. What's my favorite henchman group? I mean, the easy answer is Mandarin's Rings because they're pretty cool. But I think the Mr. Sinister clones and being able to clone almost any hero is a blast. So I think they're my relatively recent favorite ones. Wow, 1972. Okay, so I got 4 recruit. Let's see what my options are. I also like multiple man because that KO power is real, except for when that one thing happened that I posted about. All right, you got prepare dark magic to attack, and then draw a card. Put a card from your hand on top of your deck. This is not an artifact, but it helps sets up her artifacts. We've also got, well, she has 1 artifact. I think it's the rare Night Hunter Blade. Also, I'm going to move this over because I'm getting a little bit of uneven there. Oh, yeah, the Darkhold is old, too. I wonder if we got a Darkhold. Well, we got the Darkhold scheme. Versus system has a Darkhold equipable item, which is cool. So Night Hunter's got 2 attack, and like Blade does, he targets city spaces. Whenever you defeat a villain on the sewers, rooftops this turn, you get +2 recruit. That's great for the early game, especially with the Spider Infected showing up. They work. Night Hunter works great with Spider Infected because when I fight something, if I fight a Spider Infected in the sewers or rooftops, I get recruit that I can use. Hey, Luke the Knight just gave out 5 community sub gifts. Wow, thank you so much, Luke. That's incredible. Just making sure. Yeah. That's so awesome. Thank you. And one of those went to Upper Deck, so hopefully Upper Deck notices that. Very kind of you, Luke. Thank you so much for those 5 sub gifts. I appreciate that. Really cool. And it's right over Blade, too. So if you saw your name come up, you have a sub now, and you can check out the maybe secret chat in the Discord and get some emotes, too. All right, so again, my point was he can fight the Spider Infected on the rooftops or sewers, get +2 recruit. That's more fodder towards recruiting something that can wall crawl. Finally, we've got Osher, which is also a great early game card. 2 recruit, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, draw a card. And boy, I'm going to get a lot of wounds in this game, or at least a good amount, with the Demonic Bargains and with Mephisto. This is a toughie, but I think I'm going to go with the Night Hunter, because it's a more expensive card. Plus, this will help with the wall crawls, and maybe I'll take Oshtur later. So, nice. For 4. I feel like the music is a little bit quieter than the sounds, but I think it might be okay. Maybe I just have to get over it. All right. So, cool. We got the Oshtur Hoggoth combo. So, check it out. Hoggoth has 2 attack. You may make a Demonic Bargain to get +2 attack. And Oshtur, as you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, draw a card. So, yeah, Hoggoth might give you wounds, but you don't care because Oshtur can immediately KO them. So, I'm going to go for this combo. It was one of my favorite combos when I played the Doctor Strange expansion. So, it is. But it's a faded combo, I would say. But yes, so if you didn't hear, this is my last 10 p.m. Pacific stream. I'm not going to be able to stay up that late for the near future. So the rest of my MCU streams as we move into Phase 4 are going to be 4 p.m. Pacific, which I know is going to be hard for you to make, but hopefully you can catch the replays if you're interested. But thanks for coming by again. Turn 2 is the first Master Strike of the game. All right, and here it is. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. Way too early for that. So everybody gets a wound, but hopefully I can get some Vishanti to KO those later. So it looks like we got a Bindings on the right and a wound on the left that we'll be dealing with. And they go to the top of the deck, so that's always fun. Thanks, Mephisto. Who we may or may not ever actually see in MCU. It might just be teased forever, which I kind of want it to be at this point. It's funny. Yeah, I posted in the announcements on Monday, Mikey, if you missed it. Yeah, schedule changes, so all my streams moving to 4 p.m. Pacific. Couple options here. We've got Elsa's Bloodstone Pendant. The change actually makes it more convenient for me now that Daylight Savings has started again here. There's no chance of me these streams clashing with my Wednesday night plans. All right, perfect. And I think you're the VIP when it comes to these streams, so I'm happy to hear that. Bloodstone Pendant is 2+ recruit and then Spectrum. I just heard my phone go off. You can't... Mephisto turned my phone off of silent, so... I'm completely blaming the demon. All right, so 2+ recruit and then Spectrum. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, you get +1 recruit. That's great. I have to have a Spectrum first, which might take me a little bit. We've also got Hoggoth, which again works amazing with Oshtur from the same hero set. 2+ attack. You may make a Demonic Bargain to get +2 attack. I'm going to have a 3 recruit next turn with my 1 trooper in this hand. So I'm going to go Hoggoth this turn, then Oshtur the next turn, and I'll have both, and maybe I can get up at the same time. So let's go with Hoggoth on the right-hand side here. Oh, and there's the Book of the Vishanti, the rare one. Maybe in House of Harkness, I feel like that was a natural storyline from Marvel there. Yes. I look forward to seeing what House of Harkness turns out to be after the title change. Maybe. I feel like it would be funnier if he never actually showed up at this point, because everybody's, oh, is it this Mephisto? Was that Mephisto? I kind of, you know what I mean? I don't want him to show up. I just want him to, you know, be a concept at this point. Because sometimes, as a fan, sometimes I want the fans to not get it right. Anyway, this is a great card. This can... well, let's read it. If any player would gain a wound, you may set aside the Book of the Vishanti to KO up to 1 wound from any player's discard pile, then draw 3 cards. Then discard the Book of the Vishanti. You can use this during any player's turn, but I'm going to have to get it. Great one for a setup with a lot of wounds. And there's the bindings from the top of the deck. And somehow I did not forget to do that. If you guys watched, actually I didn't put it up yet. I can remember to do a lot of stuff with this game that changes. The one thing that is muscle memory almost 100% of the time is drawing 6 cards. So anytime I have to draw fewer, like if I'm fighting Onslaught, I mess it up because I just go into autopilot for, you know, all the games I've played. And I'm like, oh, I've drawn 6 cards. All right, another Spider Infected come in. They get themselves a Bystander. This time it's going to be another standard Bystander. So I've got another 4 and 2 as expected. So what did I take over here last time? It was Blade's Night Hunter. So the only other card I can take is Oster, which I want to save for the right-hand side. I've also got to prepare Dark Magic Clea, who lets me basically... It's kind of like what Lockjaw does, where you draw a card and put a card from your hand on top of your deck, but it's a little different because you choose a card. It's not a phase. It's not a phase, Mom. But I'm going to take this just because. It's a good one. We got another Clea, Demonic Descendant. Oh, that's the one where you can make a Demonic Bargain. So that card I just got is great at helping her set up for success with Demonic Bargains. So delightful to see the Book of the Vishanti and the Cursed Page of the Darkhold Tome get so much attention in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movie. Did you see the throwaway line also about the Book of the Vishanti and She-Hulk? Where I think it was Jen who said we got to do this by the book to Wong, and he's like, of the Vishanti, right? But yeah. It's been neat to see these art. Obviously, the big artifact that showed up was the Cosmic Cube, which was not actually a Cosmic Cube. We saw the Infinity Gauntlet, all those artifacts, and now we're starting to see more artifacts like those things. And it seems as if the MCU was going more monster route, so we could see some other artifacts showing up later down the line. But yes, very neat. I've always been a fan of the magical, mystical side of the Marvel Universe, so seeing those did make my day when I did see them. All right, I forgot that I messed up with my recruit. I have the bindings now, so I can't get the Oster card. I don't have 3 recruit. All right, turn 4 is going to give me Satana Helstrom. Hey, Helstrom, look at that. That's the setup we're playing. All right, 5 attack and then fight. Choose a player to make a Demonic Bargain with Satana Helstrom to rescue 3 bystanders. So Demonic Bargain is you discard the top card of your deck, and if it is a 0-cost card, you're fine, but if it's not a 0-cost card, you get a wound, and then either way, you do the Demonic Bargain. Okay. Oh, so let me reset. Reset. I got 3 attack, and I got 2 recruit. I definitely didn't see it. All right, so I'm tempted. So, I could do the following. I could fight a Spider Infected and then wall crawl the Sidekick, or I could get rid of this Bindings. And I honestly do not know which one is better. Unless, going with off-the-cuffs rules, we're considering these bindings to be wounds for the purpose of the setup. So anything that says you can get rid of wounds will get rid of bindings, which means I forget your rules about resting them away. But anyway, I think because that is the exception here, I'm going to do the first option. Let's go ahead and fight the Spider Infected on the bank so I can leave the rooftops one for Blade just in case. So let's take out these Spider Infected. The next hero I recruit this turn, that I gain this turn, has Wall Crawl. So take them out, get the Bystander. And, alright, let's go ahead and see who we're Wall Crawling. Oh, I know who I'm Wall Crawling. Bindings are treated as wounds. It's just standard sidekicks today. Checking the setup. Yep. So I'm Wall Crawling a standard sidekick, which is cool. The Wall Crawl can kind of get in the way of Mephisto messing up the top of my deck if I do it at the right time. So let's keep going. There it is. There's some really neat wall crawl stuff going on in some of the legendary legacy paths. I think Remington Chase is the one who did the Ultron one. The Ultron path is very, very clever. He did something with classes that I wouldn't have thought of. Very cool. There's so much creativity with you guys in those setups. All right, turn 5. I can't wait to release the whole thing for you. Turn 5 is another strike. Yeah, it was so cool. Because I read it before, but then I officially made it into the right format, and yeah, I just went through it in more detail. It's a lot of fun. So I look forward to playing yours and everybody else's. Okay. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. Couldn't get Blade to show up, so each side does gain yet another wound to the top of their deck. Looks like it's oh, what is it? All right. Oh, it's a bindings on the left. Left side gets a bindings. Right side gets a wound. Okay. Okay, so off the cuff for bindings, I'll ask this again. If I have a bindings, if I have 2 bindings and a wound in my hand, I could, if I rested, I would still pass 1 bindings to the other side. So they retain their function as the text on the bindings, but for anything that says you can KO a wound, you can get rid of them, right? Okay. I think that's how you asked me to handle it last time. So I got 1 attack I'll play for no reason. I'm going to go ahead and take Demonic Descendant. I do like this card a lot. Especially if the other card I got can set it up. I can do it mostly guilt-free. And if Mephisto puts a wound on top of my deck, I know I will succeed on the bargain. So that sounds good to me. 4. There it is, the purple gem. I think her 1 artifact. So we got 2 rares out here in the HQ. So Ritual Artifact, if any cards were revealed, looked at, or discarded from any deck, you may discard the purple gem to get 6+ attack. Just drawing or playing a card from the deck, from a deck doesn't count. I saw the giant one, because this is one of the anniversary cards. The 10th anniversary legendary promos, and I saw the giant version of that. It looks so cool. If you rest using the wounds card text, everything is KO'd, but if you only have bindings, the bindings effect happens. Perfect. I can work with that. But I can't work with these bindings continuing to show up. All right, I got 1 more Blade, so hopefully maybe a Master Strike will hit while he's out. Or maybe just later when both sides have something. I've enjoyed seeing more and more Marvel Knights creep in, like with Clea and Doctor Strange, and now White Tiger in Black Widow. It's fun to see those teams expand over time. Turn 6, another Spider Infected. So who are they going to get? They're going to get another standard. A bunch of standard bystanders showing up. Let's play my sidekick in case you live under a rock. That doesn't have Secret Wars Volume 1, which is a couple people, so it's okay. I can return this to the sidekick stack to draw 2 cards. And all right, this is definitely turned into a rest turn because I got 2, a binding / wound. Although it's tempting because I got 5 recruit as well. So, oh boy, what do I do? Yeah, that would be really cool. I would love to see that. And, all right. So I could take Oster. I could take Bloodstone Pendant, which had Spectrum, which works pretty decently with the Vishanti. Spectrum-wise, I need 1 more color, though, 1 more class. Or I can get rid of both of these wounds. I'm going to go with, you know what? I have 2 wounds in my hand. I'm going to get rid of them while I can, even though I'm losing a nice recruit. Because they might not show up in the same hand again. So I'm going to rest. We'll get rid of both of them. And I will make that choice. Just to make things a little better, because if I keep getting locked by those wounds, I'm not going to have a very good game over there. Okay. Turn 7 is everybody's favorite, Amy, the shape-shifted copycat. So she is going to get captured by the Spider Infected, and she might come back, unless I let her escape. So there you go. There's Amy for you. So we have Night Hunter, 2 attack, and then when I defeat a villain on the rooftops or sewers, I get +2 recruit. All right, so I can turn this into a nice little wall crawl. The bad news is the only card I can get with 4 recruit with this expensive HQ is Oster, which I don't really want over here. So that kind of puts a damper on things. Oh well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 attack, 2 recruit, and then if I fight a Spider Infected on the rooftops or sewers, I get 2 more recruit, which gives me 4, which doesn't let me take any of these things. Plus, I got a bindings over here as well. So, I can just fight a Spider Infected without worrying about wall crawling anything. I could wall crawl a sidekick. Kind of feels like a waste. Because could walk on Officer, or I could just take Oshter and get over it. But this works so well with Hoggith. I don't know if any more are going to show up, even though it is a common. I wish I could draw it this turn, because then I could get rid of the bindings. Okay. Can right side pick up Oshter next turn? I've got 1, 2, 3, definitely. So if I wasn't so close, I'd probably take this now. Okay. I lose the game on twist 11, but that's the only thing. So I just got to hurry up and hit Mephisto, which means I got to build my decks quickly. Okay. I'm going to just go for a... I'm going to put Amy into the city. Let's actually fight the infected in the sewers. For 3, next hero I gain this turn has Wall Crawl. I get the Bystander, and I rescue the shape-shifted copycat, Amy, who shows up in the city and gets +3 attack and a fight ability, KO one of your heroes. I have just defeated a villain in the sewers, so I get +2 recruit with Night Hunter. If only I could have hit a second thing. But I can't. I have 1 attack left. So I'll end by actually playing it super safe and boring, and I could wall crawl an Officer. That could be interesting. Or a big waste of my time. You know what? The HQ is incredibly expensive. I am going to wall crawl an Officer, and it's going to be a standard Officer, so she's going to get wall crawled. Yeah, there we go. I feel good about that choice. I got to get through this expensive HQ. Got 6, 7, 5, 7 over there. And if I can draw the other Clea card that gives me recruit, that'll be great, and I can probably pick up a rare. I don't know if I will. One more. Nope, it's a wound. See, I'm glad I got rid of those wounds on the other side, because they keep showing up at the most inopportune times. But that's their point, right? That's what they're there for. All right, now I can finally recruit Oshter. We've got another Satana Helstrom. Fight, choose a player to make a demonic bargain with her to rescue 3 bystanders. One of them's probably going to be a copycat, and she's going to enter the city too. Filling up the city. Let's go with the plan. I got 3 recruit. Let's go ahead and take Oshter. All right, I got 1 of each. See if I can get more. There's the third one, Agamotto. 3 attack will let me take something out. I will take this opportunity. I will leave the spider infected alone. I guess I could have done that in reverse and wall crawled Oshter, but I don't want to do that because, well, actually, maybe I did. You know what? That would have been the smart move because Hoggith is one of these 2 cards. But that's okay. We'll just take out the copycat and do the KO effect, KO a shield agent, and get rid of the copycat. All right, that works for me. I might shuffle into Oshter anyway. If I'm lucky, I did KO stuff and get rid of 2 a wound/binding. So we will find out. Yeah, this is a really fun hero deck. The Vishanti are a lot of fun. Blade is neat. Clea is fun. Elsa Bloodstone is cool with her Spectrum. Yeah, this is one of my favorite hero decks, I think, of all the MCU setups so far. Just because I like these heroes and how they work together. Oh, I got her. Next card. 4, 5, 6. Amazing combo. Let's get more. So Agamotto's interesting is that he doesn't work as well with those other 2 commons of his hero set directly. Heroscape. It sounds super familiar, but you're going to have to remind me. Okay, turn 9 is going to give us Dracula. So, from Underworld. Ambush, Dracula captures. Are you representing this crowdfunding campaign? Ambush, Dracula captures the top card of the hero deck. He gets plus attack equal to that card's cost. Fight, gain that card. All right. Top card of the hero deck is Oshter. All right. So he's going to steal an Oshter. Somehow Dracula got his hands on the Vishanti. And he's going to get 6 total attack with that +3. Okay. I have not heard of it. It's probably not something I would be investing in anytime soon. For a mini type game, but it sounds cool. So thanks for sharing. All right. Here we go. 2 attack. Draw 1 card. Draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Okay. I mean, there's no reason not to do this right now. I think. So how much attack am I going to get? I'm going to get 2, 3. So I can't fight Satana Helstrom. I can only fight the Spider Infected, so it's not like I'm going to be making a Demonic Bargain this turn. So let's do it. Let's draw. All right, I drew an Agent. Now, which of these cards I'm going to put on top of the deck? I got 2, 3, 4, 5 Recruit. So I can pick up the Bloodstone Pendant or Agamotto this turn. I could put the Wound on top, which means I'm going to have to deal with it next turn. But if I do, I'll be able to fight the Spider Infected and wall crawl one of these cards that I get. So I think that's worth it. I'm going to put that Wound on top, which would be a good way to set up a Demonic Bargain that I'm not going to be doing. So I'll play everything out. I got 3 total attack, and then I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 Recruit. So I don't quite know the direction this deck is going. I did take Blade already. I could take Bloodstone Pendant. There is a good chance I can get Spectrum over here, because Blade's got some Covert. I already got a Strength. 2+ Recruit and then Spectrum. You may KO a card from your hand to discard, but we already read this. KO power is nice, and if I can get Spectrum, that'll happen. But it has less Recruit on it because it does have the KO ability. I could also take Agamotto, which is yet another class, which I would need to take with Elsa. Also, this worked great with Clea. Reveal the top card of your deck, discard it, put it back, and then arrange. You may choose a player to make a Demonic Bargain to draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. I think right now Agamotto is actually the better card until I can get Elsa. However, if I do recruit Elsa and wall crawl her after I fight the Spider Infected, I'll probably fail Spectrum, so it's just going to be a glorified officer. So you know what? We're going to wall crawl Agamotto. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and fight the Spider Infected for 3. Get the Bystander. I wall crawl the next hero I gain this turn, and it is going to be Agamotto for 4. To the top of my deck, he crawls up the wall of the Astral Plane. And go another Hoggoth for the other side. Very nice. All right, but, well, I don't know. I got a nice Demonic Bargain set up, and I also have a nice rest turn, so I don't know which way I'm going to go coming up. Could be either way. But we did get the combo you want with those two. Okay, turn number 10 is the first twist of the game. Absorption is starting to happen. Shuffle one of the drained Mastermind tactics into the main Mastermind tactic. So whatever this tactic is, it's going into Mephisto's tactics. And there we are. First twist played before the craziness starts happening. The Waking Nightmare is going to be real interesting into how it interacts with the Demonic Bargains once that happens, but it's not happening yet. Okay. So here's the combo. I'm going to start by making a Demonic Bargain to get a +2 attack. I may, so I will choose 2. Top card of my deck is a Shield Agent, so I discard that, and I don't have to get a wound, so I just get 2 more attack. If I did get a wound, Ashtur would get rid of it right now, but she's not going to have to. So, but I can't draw a card. I have no wounds left, so I just get 2 recruit from her right now. And then 3 more attack. So cool. 5, 6, 7. Love it when I can get 4 attack from a single card, from a single common specifically, even though he does cost 5. Okay. The toughest thing I can fight is Dracula, and I can get that other Ashtur card, because when you fight him, you gain the card. You can't choose who gains it. So let's go ahead and do that instead of fighting Satana. All right, I'm going to fight Dracula for 6. Fight effect is gain the card, which I will do. And I gain Ashtur right now. Nope, I didn't spend that. That was a free gain. I have 3 recruit left, which I can't use to take any of these things. So instead of an officer, though, I have enough recruit with double Ashtur, so I'm going to go with another sidekick. Again, I feel bad for those who are playing the tournament and are not allowed to use sidekicks this week. Of course, you know, it's because not everybody in your set has pod has sidekicks, and to even, you know, make it fair, we got to keep it the same. But I feel your pain. I had to play Kyla's setup on last Friday that it wasn't allowed sidekicks either. Although that setup I didn't really need them. So turn 11 is Sim from the Demons of Limbo. I love the theming of the villain deck. A lot of demonic Underworld stuff, which is appropriate, including the Underworld themselves. But we have to worry about the HQ now. It is weird and rough, but it is a necessary evil. So if you guys are doing the tournament for the first time, I did a bunch of polls at the end of last tournament, and I said, hey, should we make every pod include standard sidekicks, and if somebody doesn't have Secret Wars Volume 1, they have to proxy them by using 15 other cards. And it was voted down harshly. So otherwise I would have done that, but people didn't want to do it. So we're not doing that. Oh yeah, the Messiah Complex sidekicks are great. Love having that variety in the sidekick stack. Anyway, here's the ambush effect. Sunlight, each player reveals a strength hero or gains a wound, or Moonlight, each player has a waking nightmare. So let's check out the HQ. We got it even. Even, odd, 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 odd. Super Moonlight, which is, again, appropriate for the setup. So we do his Moonlight effect. Each player has a Waking Nightmare, which is unfortunate. So Waking Nightmare, I believe it means you discard a non-gray hero from your hand and you draw a new one. And I think that's what Waking Nightmare means, but it's been a while, so I'm going to check. Yep, discard a non-gray hero from your hand. If you discard a hero this way, draw a card. I was going to do something good. So what do I want to get rid of over here on the left? Well, neither, but I have to pick Agamotto or Demonic Descent Clea. I might just rest at this point, so maybe it doesn't matter. I can't do the effect. It's going to be 2 attack. Let's keep Clea just in case I can make a Demonic Bargain to get Nowhere to Hide Blade, which sounds like a good deal, so I might do that. Let's discard Agamotto and draw a Shield Agent. Right-hand side has no non-grays, so nothing here. Expansion is great so far. I think Exodus might be the mastermind who drags the game on for quite a while. He shaves them in 2 hours. Exodus is rough, but he's fun. I love how he's, you must shatter him to win. So, but if you can use the heroes that automatically shatter without having to do his effect, it's great. Okay. So, I can make a Demonic Bargain and then rest if I want to. I can't fight or recruit anything. So let's try it. 2 recruit. You may make a Demonic Bargain to get +2 recruit. I will discard the top card of my deck. It's a trooper. I'm safe from the wound. So I'm actually at 7. Oh, I thought I had less. No, I did have less, but then I Waking Nightmare. Now I have enough for a rare. So I could take either one of these Doctor Strange rares. I got the purple gem and I got the Book of the Vishanti. Which one do I want? So the purple gem cares about cards that were revealed, looked at, or discarded. Is there going to be a lot of that? I mean, Clea has it in her hero set. +6 attack when I do that is nice for a big hit on Mephisto. I only need 4 attack besides that to do that. And with a thin deck, it should show up often. The Book of the Vishanti is the one that KO wounds to draw cards. Okay. I'm going to take the purple gem just because it works with the Clea cards that I have taken. Well, her blue comet. I've got Agamotto. He has a reveal effect, and then Prepare Dark Magic has a draw. But drawing doesn't count. But this does work great with Agamotto, so if I see another one, I'll take that. And discarded counts too, so that counts Demonic Bargain. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take the purple gem. And that's awesome. It is a Marvel Knights rare too, so that'll work against Mephisto. Hey, there's Rictor, who I totally forgot was in this setup. Demonic Bargains do, because you discard a card. And there's going to be, and her other card does that too, so a lot of ways to trigger the purple gem. So I'm happy about that. We have some investigation here, and a lot of instinct. 1, 2, 3. Investigate for a card that's range and or instinct. That might be a decent one over here, because I do have a lot of range cards. Yeah, I think my 2 favorites from my side complex are Rictor and the Stepford Cuckoos, because they're such an oddball set, but I love how fast you get all their cards. It's a lot of fun. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Having flashbacks to fighting Onslaught where I wasn't allowed to draw 6 cards. And I keep thinking I'm overcompensating now. All right, we got 5 recruit, which is, I mean, I can get another Hoggoth, which is great. All right. And then we got Lilith, daughter of Dracula, who heard about what happened to Dracula earlier in the game. Escape each player without Dracula in their victory pile gains a wound 5 attack. And without thinking about it, I'm going to take the other Hoggoth to Demonic Bargain and get extra attack, because I do have 2 Oshters to KO wounds. So I play this for 5 recruit. I spend it to recruit Hoggoth, and I replace him with another Rictor. Wonder if I get the Rictor Shattering cards, because Shattering Mephisto would only put him down to 5, and that would be pretty easy to hit. But we'll see. A very fun setup so far. If you're watching this on YouTube, stop watching this and go play it, and then come back and watch the rest. See how it goes. The setup is in the description. Also at the beginning of the video. Also at the off-the-cuffs MCU setups that I have linked in the description. If you're watching live, you're watching it right now, so hello. None of that made any sense to you. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a sidekick, which is cool. Oh, wait. Yeah, I got a second sidekick. That's not the sidekick from before, right? I definitely put one back. Let me think. I'm like 90% confident that I put the sidekick back. I got another one. All right, turn 13 is going to give me another twist. Okay, again, shuffle another one of the Drain Mastermind's tactics into the main Mastermind's tactics. And I will do that right now. Here it is. Another Emma Frost tactic is going in there. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure the game's not going to end yet. So we'll see. Okay, again, another Night Hunter 2 attack. If I defeat a villain on the rooftops or streets, or rooftops or sewers, I get +2 recruit, which will give me a total of 5 recruit this turn if I can swing that, but I'm not going to be able to. I got 3 recruit and 2 more attack, putting me up to 4, and I cannot hit anything for 4, let alone things on those spaces. So that's not going to happen. I still have an expensive HQ. Should I take a second officer? This is the side I took an officer on, so... Although I have other good stuff, so you know what? I'm going to say a big fat no to that. I'm going to get a sidekick. Because I got some other good stuff going on. Like this. This is good stuff. I'd love to get that artifact out, though, so I can use it at just the right moment. You know what? I think I want to play a game with the Unleash from Undercover heroes from Black Widow, Artifact heroes, and some stuff with shards. Because all 3 of those are about waiting until the right moment to do everything. And I think those will be really fun together. Just now thinking about it. Turn 14 is our final spider... Well, not our final, but our final city space full for now. A spider infected who captures yet another standard bystander. And we'll see what I can fight. So let's start by making some demonic bargains because I can just KO the wounds. Because I don't care if I fail it here. So I'm going to make the demonic bargain with Hoggith to get +2 attack. And the top part of my deck is a shield agent, so I'm still safe because of all the graves that I've got. Let's see if I can get another one. Sidekick time. I'll put it back so I make sure I really know that I put it back. 1, 2. I've got 2 more attack. I'm at 6. And then 1, 2, 3. Recruit. And then I somehow don't have any wounds to KO. So I just get 2 recruit from Oshter. Setting up for when I do get wounds. So, I can hit anything that I want, except for Sim. You know what? I'm not going to play Oshter yet. Just in case, I want to fight Satana Helstrom first. And if somehow, I'm pretty sure there's another gray on top, but if somehow I get a wound, I can just play Oshter after that. That's the correct order to do things here. Let's fight her. Okay, fight. Choose a player to make a demonic bargain with Satana Helstrom to rescue 3 bystanders. I will choose myself, obviously. Top card is another shield agent, so I don't get the wound. I do take her out and rescue 3 bystanders, though. 1, 2, 3. They are in order. Standard bystander. Paramedic, which is does what Oshter does. Lets me KO a wound. Or from any player's discard pile. So, ooh, I shuffled them back in. That's too bad. And third bystander is going to be another standard. So 3 standard bystanders. That's just some nice little VP for me. And I've got 3 recruit left. I'll play Oshter now. I didn't get a wound. I'll play it for 5 recruit. And let's take what's going to work best with the 2 cards that I've got. Unearth Atomic Power investigates for instinct and or ranged. Could unleash Unearth Hoggith. But the range part's not going to help me much over here. I've got the Bloodstone Pendant, which is nice. More KO. I can KO a card this way. You know what? That would be great. If I can get Spectrum. Although I'm going to need another class for that. I only have 2 classes. The rare Book of the Vishanti is Covert. So. And it's an artifact. Oh! So yeah, if I can get Book of the Vishanti, it's an artifact. So as long as it's out, it's always going to provide a covert for Spectrum. I'm pretty confident that Spectrum cares about cards you have, and that'll be a card I have. So yeah, that'll be great if I can pick that up. Let's go ahead and take Bloodstone Pendant with all that worked out. And another Hoggith shows up. Great. I'm very happy that I'm seeing them show up here. Yep. And I can KO my Greys. I don't have to worry about the bargains, even though I'm KOing Greys, because I have the KO engine. Yeah, I like where this is going. Plus, I'll have 2, 4, potentially 8 recruit this turn. I can get the book, but again, I might want to take it over there, but we'll see. If I can get the rare, I'm probably just going to get the rare. Okay, Witchfire, who I believe has a pretty nasty ambush effect. Ambush. Witchfire captures a hero from the HQ with the lowest odd numbered cost. That is going to be Rictor or Hoggith, because they're 5. 5 is the lowest odd numbered cost. And then Sunlight, she gets +2 attack, is going to be Moonlight. Even after she, well, maybe not after she takes it. Could switch to Sunlight. This turn, I'm going to get enough recruit to get the Book of the Vishanti if I want. I did kind of want to take Unearthed Tectonic Power, but I am going to give this to Witchfire. She's going to capture Rictor. And we'll see if we get into Sunlight. We do not. Ooh, even better. If we got Vampiric Surge that I can pick up this turn, which is the best rare I could get. But I got to defeat villains. Check this out. Blade's Vampiric Surge rare is you get +1 attack for each villain in your victory pile. So I've got 2 right now, but I probably will have more. That's a great one. All right, yeah, we're going to pick that up for sure. And she doesn't get a +2. So, let's play Agamotto before we do the Demonic Bargain. 2 attack, reveal the top card of your deck, discard it or put it back. I put it back because it's a 0-cost card. Now I can play Demonic Descendant to recruit. I will make the Demonic Bargain to get 2 recruit. I love these cards. They're big risk, big reward. These Demonic Bargain cards. And 2 more recruit up to 6. 2 more recruit up to 8. And I have the Shield Trooper. So not only I have 3 attack, not only can I recruit the rare Vampiric Surge, I get to wall crawl it. Watch this. Let's fight the Spider Infected for 3. They are gone. The next hero I gain this turn has wall crawl. Beautiful. And I get the Bystander. And I will recruit Vampiric Surge and wall crawl at the top of my deck for a really good next turn. Over here, there's Rictor, so we are still in Moonlight. That was fun. And here he is. Vampiric Surge. This is worth 3 attack right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I can keep taking villains out, he's only going to get stronger. But I might also want to rest with those 2 wounds or the wound of the binding that I've got. Speaking of KOing wounds, it might happen again. Turn 16 is another Lilith. If she escapes, she gives wounds to anybody who hasn't defeated her father. Let's start with Hoggith once again. 4 attack with the Demonic Bargain. Top card. Ooh, it's going to cause a reshuffle. But that's fine. I do not care. Hold on. Do I have a wound here first? I don't. Otherwise, I might consider playing Ashtar first. Such a good card that can give you 4 attack right off the bat. Also, you know, Spirit Tiger. So this is the second legendary hero in a year that has a Spirit Tiger on it. We've got Hoggith from the Vishanti. We've got White Tiger's rare. And I'm all here for it. Bring on the Spirit Tigers on the legendary cards. There's one thing I always say. It's more Spirit Tigers. All right. Now the top card of my deck is a Shield Agent, so no wound for me. So that's going to bring me up to a total of 6 attack. I can hit Witchfire while it's still Moonlight and get Rictor, which is okay on this side. I can investigate and get Hoggith. I'll have to gain it over here. Oh no, this is a player of your choice gains it. I can give it to the left-hand side. I could also fight Satana. Do another Demonic Bargain. But I'll go with Witchfire. Let's take out Witchfire for... She's only at 4, though. I could hit something stronger. But this will get the card in rotation faster, so... Left side's got more ranged. Right side's got more instinct. So I'm not quite sure where Rictor should go. I think the left side's done less deck thinning, so they're going to need him more. So yeah, let's just keep with the plan. I'll take out Witchfire for 4. And I will have the left side gain Rictor. I got 2 attack left. That's not going anywhere. I got 4 total recruit. And I can pick up another Rictor, but I don't want it because I don't have instinct or ranged over here. So it's going to be yet another sidekick because I got stuff that works. I just need sidekick to draw enough Hoggoth cards for me to get this to work. I don't have Spectrum yet. I need to get enough recruit to get the Book of the Vishanti first. Is this going to be a rest or a big attack turn? Who knows? Turn 17 is another strike. Says Mephisto. All right, each player reveals a Marvel Knights or gains a wound. Luckily, I've got Blades Rare here on the left, and on the right, I've got a shield and an unaffiliated. So right-hand side is going to go ahead and gain a wound, which is no big deal for Oster. She's going to get rid of it, although it is at the top of the right side's deck. So unless I can move it around, it's not going to do much. So, yeah. That's the unfortunate matchup there. So, I've got Vampiric Surge, but let's play everything I've got. Also, I got first. Let's start with Prepared Dark Magic, 2 attack, draw a card, put a card from your hand on top of your deck. So, I drew a Shield Agent. Now, here's what I'm thinking, you guys. I think I should put Vampiric Surge on top of my deck, rest this turn, get rid of the Wound of the Bindings, and then set up for a great turn after that. I'm going to have 3 attack. I won't do anything with it. If I play Vampiric Surge now, I will get 3 more attack. I'll be at 5, 6, and I can hit one of these. But I can have my cake and eat it too here. I can take advantage of resting the wounds away and still have Blade come up pretty quickly. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my Vampiric Surge. I'm going to put it on top of my deck. Right-hand side has enough attack to... Well, actually, not a lot. I might have an escape this way. But that's okay. No escape effect on Satana. I'll play through that. 3 attack, 2 recruit. But I will stick with my plan. I will rest these 2 away. KO them both. End my turn. All right, so I have Vampiric Surge there. So there's card number 2. Ooh, I got both rares out at the same time. But I will need another Clea card to activate the purple gem if I want. But the combo of both of those might be enough to let me hit the Mastermind, almost. That's 6 plus 3 right now is 9. So we'll see. See what else I draw. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, I got a sidekick. I was going to say it looks like I cannot activate the purple gem, but the sidekick might change that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 18. We have another twist. That is going to be the 3rd tactic shuffled in, I believe. Yep. Twist number 3. We shuffle in yet another Emma Frost tactic. You know what's funny? I almost said Emma Stone tactic because we have Emma Frost and Elsa Bloodstone. But she's not in the game. No Gwen Stacy here. I don't think Emma Stone's going to be a mastermind anytime soon. Anyway, one more twist of a tactic, and then we start seeing nothing, and then Master Strikes happen. Okay, Master Strike effect. So I don't have Spectrum, and I don't have a wound on my discard pile. So I can't do either of these cards' effects. So it's just going to be a simple 2 recruit, 4 recruit, 5 recruit, 6 recruit, and then 2 attack. But that's okay. I can get yet another Hoggoth. I could take Blades Nowhere to Hide. If I did, it would let me draw cards when I defeat villains in the sewers or rooftops. But I don't want that. I want to keep going with what I'm doing. I'll take another Hoggoth for 5. And there is Defend the Shield Wall, which, again, I read Secret Wars, so I know what that means now. Also Bloodstone, Wall Crawl, and then you get +1 attack for each other shield here you played this turn. I'm getting rid of so many. It's becoming less useful. Would have been more useful early game, and I haven't taken that many Elsa Bloodstone cards, so. Okay. Have a wound. Give me an Oster to let me get rid of that. There's definitely plenty in the pool here. So let's see what happens. Okay, that's 6. Moving over. Okay, here we go. Turn 19 is going to give us another strike. Those strikes are coming out fast and furious. So that is strike number 4. I must reveal a Marvel Knight's hero or gain a wound. I have 2 over here. I'm safe on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, I don't think I saw one. Yep, another unaffiliated Haga. So right-hand side suffers yet another wound to the top of the deck. And yeah, every wound I gain goes to the top of the deck. So luckily, I haven't failed a demonic bargain yet, or that would go to the top of the deck too. So that might change soon as I'm getting rid of a lot of my grays. And that really messes up Oshter, because if they go to the top of the deck, when I gain them, that's not going to help. So I have to hope they're already there. But if I can demonic bargain and then demonic bargain again, I can get it out of there. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's play the sidekick, see what else I can get. Sidekick to draw 2. 1, 2. All right, sweet. So I'm going to play the purple gem out here as an artifact. So again, if I reveal, looked at, or discard, or if any cards were revealed, looked at, or discarded from any deck, you may discard the purple gem to get +6 attack. Now, Prepare Dark Magic can't do that. It doesn't reveal, look at, or discard anything. So I'm going to have to fight Zatanna Helstrom, and if I do, then I can discard the purple gem. So we'll see what I can do here. So starting with Dark Magic, let's play this first. Draw a card. I drew Rictor, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Let's put a Shield Agent on top. And, alright, so this is out. This is played. Let's do an Investigate. Investigate for a card that is ranged or instinct. Is there anything I can wall crawl first? I could get Defend the Shield Wall, but not this turn. So let's investigate. Top 2 cards of my deck are these 2 grays. I'm going to tuck one and put the other one on top so I won't fail the demonic bargain. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a Shield Trooper. I'm at 5 attack. I'm going to go ahead and fight Zatanna Helstrom. I'm not going to be able to fight Mephisto this turn. I only have 3 villains in my discard pile, but I'm gonna fight some stuff. So we'll start with Zatanna Helstrom. Choose a player to make a demonic bargain with her to rescue 3 bystanders. I choose myself. I discard this Shield Agent and take her out and rescue 3 bystanders. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. First we have a standard. Second we have a standard. And third we have the computer hacker, which means I get to draw an extra card at the end of this turn, which is extremely welcome. Now, what has happened is I have discarded a card for the demonic bargain. So I'm going to take the purple gem and activate it. It's a ritual artifact, so when you do the thing, you get to discard it to get the bonus. So I discard it to get +6 attack. I spent 5 on Zatanna, so now I'm up to 6 with just the purple gem's attack. And now guess what? I was wrong. I'll play Vampiric Surge, and I get +1 attack for each villain in my victory pile. And guess what? Now that I've defeated Zatanna, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 villains. So I have 10 total attack. And there's somebody out here who's worth 10 attack, and it's the Mastermind, so we're going to hit him right now. He didn't even get all of Emma's tactics yet, but let's go ahead and see if he gets one. I'll have to make some waking nightmares. But I don't have any more non-graves in my hand, so we will see. But the other player will. Other side will. Okay, first tactic is, it's a Mephisto tactic. This Mephisto tactic is Devilish Torment. Each other player puts all their 0-cost cards from their discard pile on top of their deck in any order. Joke's on Mephisto. The right-hand side does not have a discard pile, so get out of here. Okay. I've got 2 recruit. I'll get a sidekick. That's for me. And now I get to draw 7 cards, thanks to the computer hacker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. It sets up for not getting wounds from a demonic bargain, so he's lulling me into a false sense of security. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And oh, it's Sunlight, but I already took out Witchfire, so don't have to worry about that anymore. Turn 20 is another twist. Okay, I hit the Mastermind one more time, but this is going to be the last tactic going in, so I wasn't able to avoid any of them. Oh, wait a second. This is twist number 4. Yes, so that should be the last tactic. So all 4 tactics are in the pile. I have one more card, but I think it's her Mastermind card that I accidentally threw in there. Yeah, I threw her Mastermind card in the tactics pile. That's why there's extra cards. All right, so now it's 4 Emma tactics. Here, I'll just show them. They're all here. We know what they are. 4 Emma tactics and 3 Mephisto tactics are all in there. Now, nothing happens on every other twist now. So 5, 7, and 9, nothing happens. But 6, 8, and 10 are going to be Emma Frost tactics. And then twist 11, Evo wins. So I got to hurry up and hit Mephisto 4 more times. All right, let's keep hogging. 4 total attack, demonic bargain, and I succeed on the demonic bargain. It's a wound. I mill that wound, and I've got 4 attack and 1, 2. I don't know why I did that. I can't fight anything for 4. Just for flair, I suppose. I've got 4 attack, 4 recruit. Again, these Rictor cards that I can afford, but I do not want. Hey, Legends. I just don't have ranged over here, and I don't want to, even though I have the 1 Spectrum cards. I'm doing so well with, because I have to take 1 or 2 to make them trigger, otherwise it's going to be in the deck in the way. I'm just going to go ahead and get a sidekick or rest. You know, there's only 1 wound in my hand, so I'm just going to rest instead. So let's rest the sidekick. And did you walk out of the store with it? I sure hope you did. 6. Still a lot of grays over here. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have a henchman with KO power. But I do have a card with KO power, but I need to get that another class in there to make that happen. It's okay. I was pulling your leg a little bit, but it's a great expansion. So if you're considering it, it's not like it's going out of print anytime soon. It just released, but it's very good. All right, turn 21. Here we go. Another twist. Okay, this twist does nothing. This is twist number 5. It's just counting up the twist number 6. Which ones do you have yet to open? They're just sitting around. All right, let's go with Agamotto. Top card of my deck is a Shield Agent. I will discard it because I don't think I'm going to be doing a Demonic Bargain this turn. And maybe I can pick up some Rictor. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit, and then I'll play the rest of my attack. I'm up to 5 total attack. Doctor Strange, the Shrink Wrap Supreme. That sounds delicious. You should open it up and play it. 2 of the heroes I'm using today are from Doctor Strange. I'm using the Vishanti and Clea from Doctor Strange. I've also got Doctor Strange villains. Yeah, we have seen Lords of the Netherworld. So, all right, so I can fight Lilith. I don't see a reason not to. Oh, Messiah, you got to open that one too. That gives you sidekicks, man. All right, here we go. Escape each player without Dracula in their victory pile gains a wound. Goodbye. You're not escaping. Let's take Shatter, a villain in the sewers, or actually, this Underground Cave-In works so well with Blade, but I don't think it's a little too late. I'm focused on bigger, better things, right? But Rictor can KO Greys. It triggers off of ranged, but either one of these is going to help trigger Agamotto. I need the KO power, so I'm going to go ahead and take Trace the Fault Lines instead. Oh, man, 3 amazing expansions right there. You got to... Okay. Chat's going to pick 1 expansion for you to open first, and you're going to open it this week, and you're going to play it. My suggestion for you is I start with Messiah Complex, so you can get those sidekicks in rotation. What do you guys think? And Legends is going to open it. He's going to report back. If you're still enjoying an expansion, it's not Annihilation is very close, but I say for the sidekicks, open up Messiah. Get those in the mix. Play this expansion. There's a lot in there. But yeah, World War Hulk's one of my favorites. I like Hulk in general as a character. I know some people don't, but I'm glad that there's an expansion for Hulk fans like me. Joe Fixit is such an awesome inclusion. It's cool that he's there. What a deep cut. Turn 22 is another twist. All right, this is the one. This is the game speeding up real fast. So twist 6, the Mastermind copies the Master Strike ability of the drained Mastermind. So here's what happens. I got to get that twist back because stack this strike, or in this case, this twist, next to the Mastermind, next to Mephisto, then each player has a Waking Nightmare for each strike stacked here. All right, good news on the right-hand side, though. Right-hand side does not have any non-grays, so no Waking Nightmares here. Left-hand side is not so lucky. I have to discard Demonic Descendant or Night Hunter. If I got 1, 2, 3. Demonic Descendant is 4 recruit potential, and Night Hunter is 2 recruit potential, but it is 2 attack. But you know what? I don't want Night Hunter. I don't have enough to fight. So let's discard Night Hunter and draw. Okay, got a Trooper. Definitely a downgrade. Definitely a downgrade. At least it was just 1 Waking Nightmare. Okay, no more Master Strikes for 2 more twists. But let's play the sidekick. Draw 2. 1, 2. Double Oster. And I do have a wound in my discard pile. Guess what? I actually have 2 wounds. So that's perfect. Alright, 2 recruit. You may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. Yep. I'll do it twice. First one, KO this wound. Love that she can get rid of wounds. If you do, draw a card. I got Hoggith. Let's play the second Oster. 2 more recruit. Same thing. This wound in my discard pile. And I draw a card. It is Elsa. Alright, I do not have Spectrum. That is my own fault for not taking her ranged yet. But we'll see. So both Osters are played. Let's take a chance on Hoggith again. 4 total attack. Another Demonic Bargain. And I succeed on that one. I'm getting really lucky with these Demonic Bargains. I guess I haven't recruited too many non-grays. Okay, speaking of grays, let's play the grays. I got 5, 6, 7 attack. I can take out Sim. I've also got 2 more recruit, 5, 6. And I'll play Elsa, which will be just enough to get the Book of the Vishanti without having to do the Spectrum effect. So I'm up to 8 recruit. So that's awesome. Do 2 cool things this turn. First, I'm going to go ahead and hit Sim for 7. He has no fight effect, so goodbye. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and recruit the Book of the Vishanti to become a covert artifact that I can either cancel wounds. No, you don't cancel wounds. You can KO up to 1 wound from any player's discard pile. So this is an interesting one, by the way, with Mephisto. So if any player gains a wound, it goes to the top of their deck. So in order to trigger the artifact, it has to be when a player gains a wound, but you can't use the book to KO that wound because it's not in the discard pile. So I might just keep it out for covert or use it to KO a wound that might already be somewhere. I'm going to have to check for that, but that's a pretty cool interaction. All right, 1 more. Then we got Rictor. Hey, Legends. Have you heard of Legendary Legacy Arcade? I haven't really officially announced it yet. Basically, think of mixing Legendary setups with a roguelike feel. And that's it. If you'd like to test it out for some Legendary runs, head over to the Discord, and I'll show you. Yeah, think of like if a series of Legendary games was a roguelike, which is pretty randomized, but there's some carryover, and you unlock stuff as you go, and it gets harder as you go. Yeah, it's something that I put together. So if you're not in the Discord, come to the Discord and ask about it, and I will guide you to where we're testing it. And that goes for anybody else who hears this. Still in the testing phase, but I think it's pretty solid. Okay, turn 23 is... Ooh. They're all going to be twists. I'm going to lose this in, like, how many turns? 4 turns? Okay, twist 7, nothing happens, but we're getting close to another Master Strike that's going to nerf my hand. All right, let's go ahead and get 1, 2. Let's get some good stuff. 3 recruit. Demonic Descendant is going to give me 2 more recruit. Do I need the 6 or 7 recruit? It would be nice to take Nowhere to Hide. So I am going to do the Demonic Bargain. It is... Ooh, I get a wound. So check it out. I discard Clea. I fail. Well, I don't fail. It's not technically a fail. You just get the wound. So I gain a wound to the top of my deck. Thanks, Mephisto. Which ironically sets up other Demonic Bargains better. But I still get the 2 recruit. Up to 7. You will, yes. I'm not exactly rooting for me to lose, but that would be kind of interesting to see. All right, I got 2 options here. We've got, again, Blade, 3 attack. Draw 2 cards when you defeat a villain on the rooftops or sewers, which is awesome. Works with the other Blade that I've got. I've also got Defend the Shield Wall. It has a shield card ramp, and I do still have a significant amount of them. I've also got the Tectonic Power Rictor. We can investigate for instinct and or ranged, but you know what? I'm going to go with Nowhere to Hide because attack power. If I can get enough cards to just plain old attack on them, I can hit them Mephisto. And I'm running out of time. And we are in Moonlight still. Still slash again. Alright. This turn's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe some more. I don't know. I need those artifacts to come out. And fast. Turn 24. Blackheart from the Underworld. Ambush. The player to your right reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. The player to the right is the right-hand side's left, which is not confusing at all. And I got X Factor, I got Shield, I got Unaffiliated. So, unfortunately, left side gains a wound with this setup with 2 Marvel Knights heroes and to the top of the deck. We've got 3 attack. Let's do the demonic bargain thing. 2 more attack, up to 5. I choose to bargain, up to 7. Where's 7? All right, top card of the deck is Oster. So I discard Oster. I gain a wound to the top of the deck, which is unfortunately means I can't use this Oster to get rid of it right away, but I can later. 2 more recruit. I cannot KO any wounds because it's on the top of my deck. And 1 more. Okay. Let's take out the only... I can take out 2 things. Although if I take out Blackheart, it's going to be the same effect, and left side gets another wound, which I'd like to avoid. So let's just take out Lilith for a no fight effect. And... I could take Stalk the Prey over here. I can move stuff around, which isn't the same as having Blade over here, but this will help with Spectrum, and I can help set up a hit for the left-hand side. So let's take Stalk the Prey on the right. Why the heck not? Another Demonic Descendant, Clea. All right, come on, I gotta speed this up. I gotta hurry it up. Turn 25, Crotus, who has his ambush effect. He gets a bystander, put an even-numbered hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and there is only a couple of choices for that. It is Defend the Shield Wall Elsa or Demonic Descendant Clea. I'm going to easily tuck Elsa because I'm not going to really be taking advantage of her hero set here. So I replace it with an odd-numbered, so it is Super Moonlight with 1 even card for Sunlight. And the reason why Crotus did that is because he gets +4 attack if he's in Moonlight. So he is a 7 attack villain until, you know, the sky changes. I can trigger one of these 2 ranged effects. I can choose a player to make a demonic bargain to draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn, or I can investigate for a card that costs 0, KO it, or discard it. I'm pretty sure I put a bunch of wounds on top of my deck, so Rictor can KO wounds that way. I will play Trace the Fault Line second. So we'll start with Agamotto. Yeah. Start with this. Reveal the top card of your deck. It's going to be the wound. I'm going to put it back. Let's now play Trace the Fault Lines. 2 recruit, investigate for a card that costs 0, KO it or discard it. Top 2 cards of the deck. I'm going to go ahead and KO this wound that costs 0, and I will tuck this shield agent to the bottom because I can do that. Now, we're going to go ahead and investigate and try to get some more good stuff in here. 2 more attack, investigate for a card that's ranged or instinct, and I fail, but I will tuck the agent, put the sidekick back on top. And I get 2 more attack, 5, 6. Cool. So that's enough to hit Blackheart. Does the right-hand side have a Marvel Knights? Ooh, right-hand side does not, but I don't mind the right-hand side getting wounds as much because of the wound engine with Oster. So I'm going to fight anyway. Let's fight Blackheart. Right-hand side does not have a Marvel Knights hero, so I'm going to go ahead and gain the wound, which is Blunt Force Trauma. Hit really hard on the head. To the top of the deck on the right. And, oh, he's blown up. Left with 2 recruit. I'm going to get yet another sidekick. Of course. We are about an hour into the gameplay. I also have Marvel United. I found it in a discount store, and I have not played it yet. I have not heard of Cosmic Encounters. Anybody want to let me know what that is? What kind of game is Cosmic Encounters? Is it Cosmic Encounter or Cosmic Encounters? Looks like it's Encounter. I'm curious now. You guys are talking about it. All right, turn 26 is Baron Mordo. Fight, choose a player to make a demonic bargain with Baron Mordo to draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. Hey, I feel like I've read something like that recently. Okay. Maybe I'll get Spectrum if I draw enough cards. So let's start drawing. Sidekick first. Draw 2. 1, 2. Oof. Wound City. I've also got Hoggith. Let's see what happens. 4 attack, demonic bargain. I'm pretty much going to do that every time. No wound for me. So I'm at 4. Safely. Cosmic Encounter is a free-for-all battler. Pretty simple. The hook is that everyone gets a different alien with wildly game-breaking powers. Oh, that sounds amazing. What a pitch. Lots of negotiation, shenanigans, and card play. Is it friendly for first-time players of the game, and is it friendly for folks who are less board gamers and more party game people? If the answer is yes, then I'm going to have to pick that up. 2 recruit. And we've got Bloodstone Pendant. I do not have Spectrum. So, once again, I could do an attack and a recruit, or I could do a rest. I'm not too concerned about resting because I do have Oster. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will have to put these back into the reshuffle, though. That's the thing. Accessible. Okay. I can work with that. Baron Mordo, though, has the fight effect if I decide to fight him. 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. That would be nice. I could really set up the left-hand side that way. Ooh, that would be tempting. Yeah, I'm not going to rest. I'm gonna fight and recruit. Let's fight Baron Mordo. Let's choose the left-hand side to make the demonic bargain. To draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. So left-hand side is going to discard a gray. Cool. So 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. So I have to wait until the right-hand side turn is over to do so. Okay. For recruit, I'm going to take the other Stalk the Prey. For some reason, I just really want that Spectrum to work, but I really shouldn't be taking too many of those. Okay. That's not the engine I'm trying to build here. So I've got 3, 4, 5. There's the Book of the Vishanti. 1 more shuffle. Been waiting for that book. There's Elsa. All right. I still don't have Spectrum. And then left-hand side draws 2 cards. So it's going to be 2 agents, and then we move over. So what do I have? All things said. Less than I thought. We'll see what this sidekick can draw, but that unfortunately that's going to mean the rares are trapped outside of the reshuffle. Turn 27, Naster. He's got either Sunlight to fight him. You must also spend 3 recruit, or Moonlight. He gets +3 attack, and I'm definitely in Moonlight. So he has 6 total attack next to his friend Crotus right there. So I am at 6 attack there. All right. So villains my victory pile. How many do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Blade Vampiric Surge is 6 attack. The purple gem is also a 6 attack if I can discard it. So these 2 cards alone, if I can do a discard or a reveal or whatever, will take out Mephisto. But I can't get there unless I play the sidekick. And unfortunately, if I do play the sidekick, these won't end up in the reshuffle. And I would hate for that to happen, because that's like 3 turns worth of cards before they come back. The purple gem won't be a problem because it's going to be played as an artifact if I don't use it. The Vampiric Surge is the one that's not going to come back. So if I put the purple gem out, play Vampiric Surge for 6 attack, save her for later when I can hit the Mastermind, and not play the sidekick and play everything else, I'm end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 recruit. I can hit Naster for 6 because I'm in Moonlight, and then I can recruit a Rictor to investigate for stuff. So I think that's the route I want to go. So I'm going to play officially playing Vampiric Surge in all my graves and the purple gem. I will fight Naster for 6. His fight effect is KO one of your heroes, so I will KO one of my shield agents. Take him out. Gives me another villain for Blade later. That's going to be 7. You know what? Let me do a separate villain counter on the left so I can tell myself. I had 7 villains over there on the left-hand side. With 6 recruit, I want to take Unearth Tectonic Power, maybe to get back into sunlight, but also, even if I don't have as many range as I thought, I do have some instinct. So let's go ahead and take Unearth Tectonic Power for 5. Replace. There's an Osher, and end my turn there. So now Vampiric Surge and the Sidekick go back into the shuffle while the purple gem stays out as a ritual artifact. Hey, you guys, out of the 3 modified types of artifacts, Throne Artifact, Ritual Artifact, Triggered Artifact, which is your favorite? Am I missing one? Just the regular ones. I think that's it for the special kinds. Alright, we got 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of grays. Oof. Triggered is pretty simple, and it works. My favorite, it has to be Throne Artifacts. They're so much fun. One of the reasons why I love the Heroes of Asgard set, but there's some good stuff in Fear itself, too. And I hope we get to see a Throne Artifact Cap in the future with his shield. Sure, I totally get that. Turn 28, another Crotus. He's cloning himself. He gets another Bystander. Legends, there's a few. Let's see if I can name them all. They premiered in Guardians of the Galaxy. Then Fear itself had Throne Artifacts. Then I think all the way to Heroes of Asgard with more Throne Artifacts. Then Doctor Strange and Shadows of Nightmare with Ritual Artifacts. And then Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy with Triggered Artifacts. And I think that's all 5 sets. I know this because I really enjoy artifacts. Okay, even up here goes to the bottom. There's only one choice. It's going to have to be Clea. Don't even have a choice. There we go. Hey, Bling Bling. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Hello. All right. So Crotus brought out Hoggith. So there you go. And we're in Moonlight still. We're in super duper Moonlight, so he's also at 7. 7 attack there for both of them. So you know what that means. Ignore. Let's play the Book of the Vishanti out. Again, I can activate this, or the ritual can take place. I can discard this to get the effect whenever a player gains a wound. Ah, thanks for watching those there. You'll see this on there later. All right. Let's do the thing. Demonic Bargain. I'll take it. 4 attack, and it's an agent, so no wound for me. I still don't have Spectra, but I'm closer now that I have this covert artifact out here. So 1, 2, 3. And I did announce at the beginning of the stream that I'm moving all of my streams to 4 p.m. Pacific, so if that time works for you better, maybe I'll see you there. 2 more recruit, do not have Spectrum, fortunately. And I can't hit anything for 4, so I'll take another Hoggith. Why not? Let's Hoggith it up. Just keep going with Hoggith. All right, there's Monster Hunter, a dual class that'll work great with Spectrum, the first one I've seen here. And patrol the sewers if it's empty, rescue a bystander. That's a pretty good one for Blade. Oh boy, what a terrible hand this is. Look at this. 3 troopers, 1 agent, and 2 wounds. Nice. It's about time to really nerf myself before I run out of time with the scheme. And I thought I was doing so well. Turn 29. Yep, what did I say? What did I say? Alright, that is twist number 8 of 11. 11 means I lose, so I could have only 3 turns left. Who the heck knows? Alright, so once again I do Emma Frost Master Strike ability, which is again, stack this twist next to the Mastermind. Each player has a Waking Nightmare for each strike stacked there. So, I lose some good stuff. Now, luckily, I can't discard an artifact that is out. Discard means from your hand. So, I cannot have 2 Waking Nightmares over here. Actually, question. If I'm in a situation where I only have one non-gray. I think both waking nightmares happen at the same time. So let's say I discarded Night Hunter and I drew a non-gray. I wouldn't have to then discard that non-gray for a second waking nightmare, right? I think. All right, well, you can catch the stream a little bit then. So what I'm saying is, would I have to do a second waking nightmare, or would the order be both of them happen at the same time? So that would take place, and I can only do one, and then I draw another one, and I wouldn't be able to do it. I do not know the answer to that question. It might be in the rule sheet. Let's find out. Let's start with the Night Hunter waking nightmare. Okay, it happened, so I have to know. Do I have to discard Agamotto, or do I keep him because I only had one when the waking nightmares hit? Let me just peek into... I don't think Devin's still here. Let me peek into the rule sheet for New Mutants. Just to see if it's there. Hey! What's up? Thanks for coming by. I know it's very late for you, Wicked Pepper, so hello. You can help me answer this rules question. So, I just had Emma Frost Master Strike effect, which says I basically have 2 Waking Nightmares. I only had one non-gray in my hand. It was Blade. I'm trying to figure out if I have to discard and draw, and then discard and draw again. Oh, now it's 8:26 a.m. Oh yeah, afternoon would be different early. This is later early. So yeah, I'm sorry you're gonna won't be able to make the rest of the streams, at least not easily. But I hope we'll see you sometime. So anyway, do I have to discard the second one after I drew the first one, or do they both hit at the same time? So, New Mutants. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be on here. Oh yeah, for sure. Here we go. So, Waking Nightmare. You may be able to discard a non-gray here. You don't need very much and have something. No, that's what happens. Specific benefits, blah, blah, blah. Same time. It's not a conflicting ability. Alright, I don't see it here. I'm going to have to do a web search. Just real quick. Okay, so let's see. Research time. Waking Nightmare. How do I phrase this? One non... Let's see. I don't know. I'll do a quick search, and if I don't, I'll have to figure it out. Okay, Waking Nightmare means I'm gonna read it verbatim. It says discard a non-gray hero from your hand. If you discard a hero this way, draw a card. And then Emma says specifically, each player has a Waking Nightmare for each strike stacked here. So, 2 Waking Nightmares occurred. Discard 2 non-gray heroes from my hand. I think they happen at the same time. I don't know the answer. I don't know how many folks are watching. Whenever this happens, I do a poll. So here we go. Waking Nightmare with 1 non-gray that reveal. Why do I care about this? I've always played it to happen the one after the other. Okay. Discard 1. Discard both. Alright, just making this sure. Here we go. Here we go. I put up a poll. Let me know what you think happens. And I will go with the general consensus. Zoom in. Oh, I have... There we go. Alright, do you guys see the poll up? Both half the other was 100%. Yep. It looks like there's a consensus with all 4 of you that one for the other, which is a bummer, but I'm going to go with it. Yeah, I'm going to end it right here. That's what's happening. Bam. All right. That is how I'm handling it. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube and you disagree, let me know. But that's what we're doing. Okay. So that would mean the first one happened. Agamotto was revealed. Let's go ahead and do the second Waking Nightmare. Agamotto's gone, and that reveals a... Oh, I got another blade. Okay. So we were still in the effect. So each player has to have one. So we're now going to do 2 for the other side. The other side has such a terrible hand, nothing happens. So there you go. Easy. As I shake everything. All right, turn 29. Let's see. I got nowhere to hide. It is not the worst case scenario. 3 attack. When I defeat a villain in the sewers rooftops, draw 2 cards. Still can't do a reveal or a discard or a look at. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I had a Waking Nightmare, so I can discard the purple gem. Right? I have to do it right now, though. So hold on. After my Waking Nightmare, I could discard the purple gem right now to get 6 attack. Because I just did 2 discards. So I can get 6, 9, 10. I can hit Mephisto. And that sounds good to me. Or I can hit Crotus and draw 2 cards. But let's start by discarding the purple gem to get plus 6 attack after that twist. Followed by Blade, 3 more attack. I can draw 2 cards if I defeat a villain on the sewers rooftops, but still, I gotta win this game quickly. So I'm gonna put my last attack for 10 total and hit the Mastermind instead. And I get an Emma Frost Tactics, Psychic X-Men Link. Ooh. Am I still using the X-Men symbol here? This is a confusing one with the Symbiotic Absorption. All right, fight. Each other player has a Waking Nightmare. Each of those players who did not discard an X-Men hero this way gains a wound. I mean, it doesn't matter what you pick because right side only has shield. So this doesn't do anything anyway, so don't worry about it. But that would mean I would gain a wound, right? Because I didn't discard any kind of hero at all, so that would give me a wound. So right-hand side gets a wound. And it's going to be a Psychic Trauma right to the top of the deck. I certainly didn't order any Psychic Trauma, but here it is. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit, letting me get another Rictor. Get me Rictor. Let's keep investigating till it works. Investigate till it works. Let's see where Blade's Rare is. It might be a couple cards down, but I do have 2 sidekicks, which is good. Race against the clock at this point. The timer scheme has crept up on me. Turn 30 is the... Well, I was going to say the most obvious rest turn I've ever seen, but I did get a spider infected. But I absolutely do not need to fight them at all. So, computer hackers, who they take. The video player. What do you mean, just the stream? Oh, it crashed for me too. I'm reloading it. I just got the notification too. It crashed. I had to reload. Yeah, I don't know. A hiccup. So I got 4 attack. I could fight the infected, get an extra card next turn, but I got 2 wounds here. If I keep them, Oshtur's got some KO fodder for some card draws. And I have plenty of cards in my deck. I want to keep these wounds for Oshtur. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, I did get a wound, so I could have done this earlier with Vishanti, but I didn't. I don't think any player had a wound. Well, had a wound in the discard pile, so I'll have to keep that open. I want to keep it out for Spectrum, too. So I'll just take the 4 attack. Let's just get the computer hacker. I'm going to fight the spider infected. However, I have nothing to wall crawl. I'll just get 1 extra card draw at the end of the turn. And I won't rest. So I can KO those and draw some more cards with Oshtur. So here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But Oshtur didn't show up, so there. But I got 2, 4, 8 attack. So we'll see if I get a wound. Probably the Vishanti and Rictor is my answer there. Turn 31 is the mindless ones who cannot be bargained with. Ambush. They capture the rightmost hero in the HQ that cost 4 or less. That's going to be Elsa. Fight. Choose a player to make a demonic bargain with the Lords of the Netherworld to gain that hero. Okay. So we've got odd, 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 even, odd. Still Super Moonlight. But let's see what I can draw into. I got to investigate. I got to draw the put one on top. But let's go ahead and start with the sidekick. Draw 2. 1, 2. Come on. I got to fish Blade's Rare out. So before I play the other sidekick, I'm going to investigate. And then probably tuck something. All right, let's start with Prepare Dark Magic. 2 attack, draw a card. There it is. Put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Okay, I can do this and do a K. I'm going to put the wound on top. What a great combo with Clea and Rictor. I would not have foreseen that combo. The combo of heroes. 2 recruit, investigate for a card that costs 0, does activate. And KO it or discard it. I draw the wound that I just revealed, and I KO the wound. And I will put the trooper on the bottom. Hold off on Blade just for a moment. Let's go ahead and unearth Tectonic Power. Even if I fail this, I can tuck some stuff I don't want. 2 more attack, investigate for a card that's ranged and or instinct. I got a covert and I got an agent. So let's tuck the agent, put Demonic to send it back on top. Let's play the sidekick to draw Clea and an agent. So I've got 3, 4 recruit. Trooper gives me 1 more attack. And then I got Vampiric Surge. I'm going to hit the Mastermind again. I got 7 villains now. I'll double check. 1, 2, 3. I put this die out, but I think it's 7. Yep. I got 7 villains in my victory pile. So I'm up to 12 attack after all is said and done there. So let's go ahead and hit the Mastermind once again. He's got a lot of tactics, so I got to keep hitting him. With all those tactics in there. It's another Emma one. All right, Tempting Bargain. You may play the top card of the villain deck if you do get +5 recruit. I don't need to do that. I'm on a timer scheme. I have a pretty good deck. I do not need to do that. So, nope. You cannot tempt me. And that's appropriate for Mephisto. He's always tempting people. So, however, I will play Demonic Descendant to get 2 recruit. I will do the Demonic Bargain. I succeeded there. 2 more recruit. So, what is the best pickup for me? The Underground Cave-In is fun to shatter stuff. But what's going to help me hit the Mastermind the most? Cave-In's not going to be the best, but it will trigger the range stuff. So I will take a Cave-In for 3. Might help me with the Moonlight situation. Another Elsa. All right. We're almost back in Sunlight. I almost want to take Stalk the Prey. But the more other cards I take, the less often I'm going to see Vampiric Surge. So I'm going to stop there, just get a sidekick, just to flush out Vampiric Surge. Because that, boy, that's a lot of attack right now. And that's where I'm going to end it. You know, it wouldn't have been a bad idea to take an Ostra over here to get rid of some of those wounds. But it's a little too late for that now. I was honestly hoping to get a wound with that Demonic Bargain so the Book of the Vishanti could be activated, discarded. But didn't quite do it. Maybe a Hoggoth will do it. 5, 6. Okay, we got a couple of investigates. I got 1 investigate, or 2 that are going to activate. Maybe I'll get a range and I can trigger the 3rd one. Okay, we'll see. I've only got 4, 6, 8 attack. But if I get a wound, I can discard the Book of the Vishanti to draw some stuff. All right. Black Heart. Ambush. The player to your right reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. That is the left. And if I recall correctly, I cannot do that. I got a bunch of X factors. So the good news is, though, check this out. I got a wound. Top of the deck. But I do have the book. So let's check this out. If a player gained a wound, you may set aside the book to KO up to 1 wound from any player's discard pile, then draw 3 cards, then discard the book. I'm going to do this now. I'm trying to get to 10 attacks. So I have wounds in my discard pile. I will KO this Blunt Force Trauma for my discard pile. So the book is set aside. I KO the wound. I draw 3 cards, then discard the book. So let's see what 3 cards I draw. Only 3 cards left on my deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, enough for attack. Awesome. discard the book. I am going to have to, if I want to get enough attack at the Mastermind, 2, 4, 6, 8, I'm going to have to reshuffle without this stuff in there, but I'll deal with it. But before I do that, let's go ahead and play Oshtur to draw some cards and KO this one wound that I have. And that's almost all my wounds. So we're going to, that's a really good hand here. Check that out. Check all that stuff out. We're going to start with Oshtur. You may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do draw a card, you're going to KO this one wound in my discard pile. Then it's going to force a reshuffle, so I could get the Book of the Vishanti back again. We'll see. Okay, draw a card. I draw into another Trooper. Let's play the second Oshtur to KO the wound from my hand, the Psychic Trauma, and I think that is all my wounds. So now I'll draw another card. It is a Shield Agent. I might get another one from the Demonic Bargain, but that's okay. Let's play Hoggoth. I'll do the Demonic Bargain this time. It's another gray, so I'm just at 4. Stalk the Prey. I'll play both of them. First one's going to give me 2 attack, and I can move a villain and swap it with somebody else who's already there. Just so Crotus doesn't... Oh, Blackheart's going to give me wounds if he escapes, so he'll just carry off Elsa. So let's swap adjacent. That's going to be adjacent. So first I'm going to swap this Crotus with this Mindless Ones, and then we'll play the second Stalk the Prey. 2 more attack. Same thing. Swap this Crotus in the streets with the Mindless Ones in the rooftops, and now they're in front. But Blade's got to be adjacent. He's not like Storm. And then I've got 9. So I've got Hoggoth here. I can get up to 11 attack. If I do the bargain, I get up to 13, which is 3 more than I need to hit Mephisto, which is not going to do anything for me. So I will not make the demonic bargain this time, and I'll just hit the Mephisto for 10 more. Oh, before I reveal this tactic, I should have been adjusting his tactics. He actually has out of 9 because he got all 4 of Emma's tactics. So let me update that number so you can see just how much work I'm trying to do here. All right, so I've hit him 4. I got him 5 more times after this. Here we go. Contempt for Weaklings. Fight. Put a 0 cost hero from the KO pile on top of each other player's deck. Did I put a Trooper or just agents? A lot of wounds in that pile. Wow, I've KO'd very few grays, which I guess it shouldn't be surprised about. So, a lot of wounds have been taken priority there. So, it looks like it's going to be an agent on the top of the left-hand side's deck. Can I hit 5 times before the last twist? I'm hitting pretty consistently, but is that going to be fast enough? And 1, 2, 3, 4, recruit him at 8. What makes the most sense? I still like the KO power that Elsa gives. But I also, the raw KO power, the raw attack power to hit Mephisto is working. So I'm going to take the other Stalk the Prey for 3. 5 left. Ooh, okay, there's a Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone that can give you 9 attack with Spectrum. So that is on my radar now for a little bit later. 5 recruit left. I could take Night Hunter for another class and another couple of attack. And the recruit. But I think that would be just clogging stuff up. I'm going to take the other Bloodstone Pendant to try and get the rare. Now I got 5. All right. Even. Oh, hey, we're in sunlight. Look at that. 6, 8, 4, which means goodbye bonuses for you guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what happens. I've got... Okay, that's my deck. Okay. I almost have enough attack to hit the Mastermind this turn. Three twists left, huh? Here we go. Turn 33. Azazel. A fight effect is a card in your hand gets teleport this turn. Super appropriate for what his abilities are. Okay. Let's start investigating, because that is what X Factor Investigations trapped in this demonic hellscape does. All right, investigate for a card that's ranged and or instinct. So I got double miss, so tuck both of these. Let's play the second one. 2 more attack. Top 2 cards are covert, range. Cool, I get to draw, prepare dark magic, and I will if I keep Demonic Descendant, I can get Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone over here, which is great, because I don't have any strength, so I'll almost always get Spectrum. I'm going to put Demonic Descendant back on top. Okay, cool. Now, I'll draw that, and then I'll play Rictor. 2 more attack, draw a card. Put a card from your hand on top of your deck. This turn I can get 2, 4, 6, 8. No, wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. 7. I need both of these. I need both agents to get the 8 recruit, the rare. So I'm going to have to put the trooper on top. And then maybe KO it. Or you know what? I'm going to bargain first, since I know it's there. Alright, 2 recruit. You may make a demonic bargain to get 2+ recruit. I do. And I'm going to be safe because it's that trooper I just put there. Now let's see what, now that I played Clea, let's see what Trace the Fault Lines can do for me. Investigate for a card that costs 0, KO it or discard it. I will KO one. I'm just trying to get back to that blade rare faster. I'll put the trooper on the bottom. And 7, 8. And I can take Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone, which is simply Spectrum, you get +3 attack. I don't have any strength cards over here, so I just need 2 other classes. So this is going to almost always succeed. If only... Ooh, wait. Could I wall crawl this? No, I kept taking out the Henchmen. What am I going to fight before I do that? If only I could wall crawl that. I can fight both Crotuses. Croti? Crotuses this turn, just to free up 2 spaces. So let's proceed. Take Prodigy of Ulysses for 8. And hit both Crotus cards. They have no fight effect, so they're both gone for 3. And I get both of their bystanders, which gives me more villains for Blade. I think he can take out Mephisto on his own now, which is appropriate. Don't have the right card, though. I have too much junk over here that I couldn't KO or get rid of. Partially my fault. There were KO power cards that in the hero deck, in the HQ, but I didn't really take many over here. Turn 34, Master Strike time. Here we are. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. This side fails. I got unaffiliated and shield. So wound right to the top of the deck, and it's a bindings. Insult to injury. Left-hand side's got blade, so left-hand side is safe. So I easily reveal. Let's see what I can do. At least I know the top of the deck is a wound, so I can not worry about another wound with this demonic bargain I'm about to do. So let's go ahead and Hoggeth for attack, and I will mill that wound, or the bindings that I just got. It's a nice little combo. Don't have Spectrum. Let's try our luck again. Do I need to? I'm going to get 5, 6, 7, or 9. With 7, with 9 I can hit both 4 attack cards. Or, and this might be the smart move, I don't play Hoggeth. I use the 4 attack I have to fight Azazel, teleport Hoggeth, and then use him later for better effect. Yeah, I like that. So let's not play Hoggeth. Let's immediately fight Azazel. Right now, we're going to teleport the Tiger God here. Fight. A card in your hand gets teleport this turn. It's going to go ahead and I'm going to give teleport to Hoggeth and get rid of Azazel, and I will immediately teleport him right now. So he goes to my next hand as an extra card. I'm at 5 total attack. Oh, I spent the 4. I'm at 1 after I play my Trooper. I don't have Spectrum, so again, I'm at 4 recruit. I have 2 Oshters. I don't really want that many more. I will take Prepare Dark Magic over here. It is a draw card, or you essentially swap a card, so it will give me another class without having to worry about the extra stuff too much. So I will take, and it's 2 attacks, so yes. I will take Prepare Dark Magic for 3. We'll spread the love a little bit. Another Elsa. We are back in Moonlight, but I took out Crotus when it mattered, so. Teleported card. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there's the book. That's a little better. So right now I have a 5 attack loaded up in my hand. Let's keep going. 3 more cards. I have played D&D, and through like similar groups, I play a little bit of Pathfinder and GURPS, just, you know, when people have said, hey, I have a thing. I actually, this is a little obscure, but I got really into, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a teleported one. All right, that's enough to hit the Mastermind. I got into, I think it's called, it's one of the Pokemon tabletop systems. I think it's Pokemon United. And I actually started to do a little campaign through that, and it was a lot of fun. The system can be rough around the edges, but there's so much thought put into it that it's pretty fun. So yeah, pretty familiar with tabletop RPGs. Definitely helped me when I was writing the campaign. Definitely in the early chapters when I was doing a lot of the writing before the awesome team helped me out with the later ones. All right, turn 35 gives me Baron. Oh, it's so much fun. It's the best system because I've seen some modified D&D campaigns where you play as the trainer and your Pokemon are like summons that do their own thing. But in this campaign, you do have a trainer, and the trainer has skills and levels up and basically classes and factions, that kind of thing. But each of your Pokemon have their own character sheet, and they level up, and a lot of RPing, of course, with that. So it's a blast. If you can get a group of friends, and I printed the binder out and put in a well, I printed the manual, I put it in a big binder and read it cover to cover multiple times so I really understood it, because it's a really well thought out system. All right, fight. Oh yeah, I've had some through D&D. I've had some of my favorite sessions are ones that where there were no combat at all. Fight. Choose a player to make a demonic bargain with Baron Mordo to draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. That is it. Literally a Jenga tower? Like, is there is it just things getting unstable figuratively, or is there literally a stack of blocks you have to manage? Okay, we got Nowhere to Hide and we got Night Hunter that both have city space effects. We've got Shield Trooper. And we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can fight Blackheart. The right-hand side does have Marvel Knight, so it'll be safe from the wound. It's literally a Jenga tower. I wasn't sure, but that's amazing. I do love that. That's a great element. That's actually genius, because it pulls off some of the veil of storytelling and just makes it more real. Oh my gosh, I love that. What is that called? Dread? Oh, I need to check that out. Thank you guys for the heads up. Okay. We can safely fight Blackheart. So I'm going to do that. And, although if I fight Baron Mordo, I get to draw more cards. Sewers or rooftops? That is brilliant. I'll draw 2 cards and I'll get 2 recruit if I do that. That's pretty tempting. You know what? I'm going to fall for Baron Mordo's temps. So I'm going to... I will have the right side make a demonic bargain to really set up the next hand. So, right hand side is discarding a shield agent. All right, so right hand side draws 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. Demonic bargain, at the time, it wasn't my favorite mechanic, but it's grown on me. It's pretty fun, pretty thematic. That's another villain for me. Okay, I defeated villain in the sewers, so I draw 2 cards and get +2 recruit. I'll get the 2 recruit first, and I'll draw 2 cards. 1, 2. All right, I got a shield officer, so I'm at 7 recruit. And I've got Unearth Tectonic Power. 2 attack, investigate for a ranged or instinct card. Top 2 cards are... I got ranged. No villain in the sewers. I'll take Agamotto. I will... Ooh, I can have the other side draw 2 extra cards again. So I'll put Rictor on top. That's pretty cool. I'll play Agamotto. I'm at 5 attack. Once again, I'll get another... Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, probably about now. First, reveal the top card of your deck. It's the Rictor card I left there. But I'm going to have the right-hand side make the demonic bargain to draw 2 extra cards on top of the 2 extra they already got. So, Elsa. That's rough. I discard Elsa. Right side gets a wound. It's a Bindings. So, one of the cards I draw is going to be a Bindings, but I do draw 1 extra on top of that. So, I draw 4 cards next turn. 4 extra cards. Maybe I'll have a nice combo. And I'm at 5 attack. Oh, definitely. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have some wound KOing engine with Oshter. That's why I keep doing the, especially with Mephisto messing things up. But I do have the wound KO, so I'm a little more comfortable doing it. Also, forget about it if you have schemes that care about wounds. Let's fight the mindless ones. You know what? I put a wound on. I put a bindings on top, so I can discard it this way. All right, here we go. Mindless ones. I'll fight them for 4. I will choose the right-hand side again to make a demonic bargain to gain the hero. So guess what? Hey, look, it's the bindings. So right side is going to go ahead and gain Monster Hunter. Now I set up my draws to be better. Little combo. On left-hand side. All right. Left-hand side has got a ton of villains now. 7 recruit. Is there anything worth picking up here right now? Anything that's going to draw more cards? Oshtur will if I KO wounds, and I've been pretty much avoiding them. Oh, man. Nothing really. I think I'm good with not taking... I think I'm at that point in the game where I don't want to recruit anything else except for sidekicks, so... I'm relying on one specific card to show up, so I'm not going to do any more recruiting. I'm going to stop there. Like Kenny Rogers said, stop drawing legendary cards, you idiot. Okay, there we go. I got Vampiric Surge and the purple gem. And at the end of this turn, I draw 4 extra cards at the end of the right-hand side. So right-hand side is going to go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I can KO something to get more stuff, so we'll see. Moving over. All right, we got Blade, Hoggith, Clea, Agent, the Book of Vishanti, Trooper, another Hoggith. Can I hit twice? That's going to be 4, 8, 12, 14, 16. Maybe some more stuff. Maybe. I might need to. Because, oh yeah, I will need to. Ouch. Yeah, there's still plenty of tactics. Trust me. There's a twist. So that's twist number 9. Nothing happens there, but 2 more twists, and that is it for me. So I gotta hit Mephisto as many times as I can. Starting with... At least that... Well, it didn't whiff. It just didn't do anything yet. Let's start with Oshtur. Let's just draw some stuff. Oshtur first. I will KO this bindings because we're using them in that way. I can KO bindings with them. In this setup, I draw a card. It is another Oshtur. I do not have any other wounds on my discard pile, so let's start making some bargains, I suppose. And then I can use Prepare Dark Magic. So let's play the Book of Vishanti. Let's put it out, just so I can activate it if I get a wound. Hoggith first. I'll do the bargain. Let's keep on bargaining. Top card is another Elsa. Oof. So I get yet another wound, which is in this case a bindings. So here's what I could do. I can discard the book right now. I won't have a wound to KO. I can draw 3 cards. Or I can play Prepare Dark Magic to draw that wound and then KO it with the Vishanti to draw a card again. But I think drawing 3 cards first is going to be better because I can draw the wound and then do that. So let's discard the Book of the Vishanti. The set aside. Nope. Oh, KO a wound from any player's discard pile. Does left-hand side have one? I think I just kept this wound free. I kept putting them all over here. Okay, wound free. So no wounds to KO, but I do draw 3 cards. I will choose to discard the book. 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right, this is great. This is great. Now Oshtur again. 2 more recruit. These are backwards again. I will KO this bindings that I just put there to draw a card. It is another trooper. All right. Let's start stalking the prey. I'm going to play the first one. 2 more attack. I'm going to move Blackheart to the sewers, and we'll leave him there. We'll play the second stalk the prey. Nobody's moving. Let's... I'd like to avoid more wounds, so now I am actually going to prepare Dark Magic. 10 attack, draw a card, put a card from your hand top of your deck. Shield Agents go in there. Now we're going to play Hoggith before I hit the Mastermind again. Up to 14, I will discard the Agent to get that extra +2. Let's play... You know what? The tactic might give me a wound, so I should wait on Hoggith, because if he gives me a wound, go to the top, and then I can avoid it. So let's go ahead and hit him once. Although he might make me do a Waking Nightmare. Are there any Emma tactics left in that pile? I think I got them all. Oh, shoot. Guess what? I got all the tactics except for the one that says the Mastermind can't be fought again this turn. So there's a good chance I could get that one. All this extra attack goes to waste. Oh, man, that would be awful. But, gotta take chances. Okay. I really hope I don't get that one. I really hope that would be awful. Wait, is the number right? How many tactics did I hit? There should be... Did I really hit that many? I have 4 tactics in my hand. Hello, Mr. Giraffe. Hold on, I'm still shuffling these up. Oh, because this is the hit that I just did. Okay, that's why. I just pressed the button. All right, please don't give me that one. Please don't give me that one. Please don't give me that one. I got the one. Of course I did. Absolutely perfect. Out of the 4 cards there, I got the one I didn't want. So, Mephisto cannot be fought again until the start of my next turn. So, yeah, this awesome turn where I can hit him twice, not going to happen. Of course. Murphy's Law. All right. At least I am going to hit... And look at my next hand. I can't hit him with this either. How awful. How absolutely awful. That might have cost me the game right there. Well, yeah, look at that. I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe. I won't even bother playing more attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll at least hit Blackheart. And reveal Clea to avoid the wound with Blackheart. So I'll take Blackheart out. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to leave him there because I want to get more attack for Blade. So whatever. I won't fight Blackheart. I'll just do nothing except for get 2 more recruit. Wow, what? That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Probably one of the worst things that happened to me playing this game. Timing-wise. And it only happened when Mephisto has symbiote bonded with, drained Emma, so... Terrible. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad tactic pull. I've got 6 recruit, and if I keep saying it, this won't seem that bad. You know what? You know what? I have plenty of shield cards still. I'm taking Defend the Shield Wall. I keep drawing a bunch of stuff, and a lot of it keeps being shield, so never mind. So, Rictor. Sad. Very sad. I drew so many cards. I was setting up for something so good. All right. Can't stress about it. Thank you for that hydrate. Look at this, all this wonderful attack that I cannot use against Mephisto. And to make things worse... Nope, I thought it was going to be a twist. All right, Mindless Ones. They capture the rightmost hero that costs 4 or less. That's going to be Stalk the Prey Blade. And so now I've got... I don't care about Moonlight or Sunlight right now. For the record, it's Moonlight. I'll at least play the purple gem. Because so it's out there. I do want to get Vampiric Blade back into the rotation as fast as possible. So let's play the Sidekick. There are 3 cards in my deck. We'll play the Sidekick to draw 2 of those cards. We'll play Vampiric Surge because I really have no choice. I can't teleport it. Azazel's not here, otherwise I would have loved to do that. And I haven't kept track of the counter, so let me just double check now. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 3 tactics. 5, 6, 7, and that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So this Blade card is worth 11 attack on its own. So I get 11 attack that I cannot use against a Mastermind right now. And then Underground Cavern that does not trigger. I'm at 11 attack plus 2 more is 13. That's my counter. And then 1, 2, 3 recruit. Let's get some more villains for Blade. Starting with Blackheart. Right-hand side does have blades, so I can avoid the bad stuff. 6. Up to 7 left. And let's go ahead and take out the Mindless Ones for 4. I will give Stalk the Prey to the right-hand side, so let's go ahead and... right side makes a Demonic Bargain, and that's going to force a reshuffle, which is going to happen anyway, so... I think... Yeah, I don't care if most of these don't get in. I really don't. Yeah. It's a lot faster. Because if I use a digital counter, I have a digital counter for these down here. Because I don't like to use digital counters for things I am changing so rapidly. And here I can just, there, done, easy. That's basically the big reason. And there's a little bit of a delay on the counters too, so. Plus I have so many other buttons for other things on my stream deck that having buttons for attack and recruit counters would just take too long. Yeah. Because I could have buttons for add 1, add 5, but I'd still be in the middle. I'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it takes away from stuff. Plus, I think there's a bigger margin for error there. All right, Demonic Bargain. It's Hoggoth that gets discarded, which is unfortunate. So, Wound on the right to the top, and they gain Blade. Was not worth it. All right, I don't know how much attack. I have 3 attack left. I have 3 recruit left. Again, I must get to drawing that rare, so here we go. Another sidekick. For me. And 1. Oh, wait, did I put the gem? Yeah, the gem should be out. Gem stays out. All right, hopefully this is a fateful draw. I can get 5 good things. All right, I can start hitting Mephisto again starting this next turn, even though the next hand won't be able to hit him. And that'll never happen again. I still got to hit him 4 more times. That's 40 attack. Depending on where that last twist is. Although the second, the last, yeah, twist. The penultimate twist is going to give me a Waking Nightmare, which is also going to hurt. 2. Nope, that's not the right blade. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I got some draws. I got 3, 4, 5, 6. I can Demonic Bargain to discard the purple gem, so I can hit the Mastermind on this turn. What about this turn? Probably not. Definitely not. Turn 38. Spider Infected. Where you guys been? Get a bystander. You. Bystander here. So, I won't move them. No point. 3 recruit. I'll play Hoggoth without bargaining because I really don't need to do that right now. And I'll hit the Spider Infected. There's nothing... Yeah. Hit the Spider Infected. Get the Bystander. And I'm going to wall crawl... Who? Whom? No, wall crawl who? Who do I wall crawl? I'll take Monster Hunter just before Spectrum. We'll go ahead and wall crawl her. Get more bystanders. Maybe those bystanders will help me. Okay, come on. Let's pick this up. Okay, there's the Book of the Vishanti, so that's something. But I have to play it for it to be triggered, or the ritual to take place. It's not a triggered artifact at all. Turn 39, Umar, who has her ambush effect. Choose any player to make a demonic bargain with Umar to KO a hero from their choice, from the HQ. And then fight, choose a player to make a demonic bargain with Umar to gain a hero of their choice that costs 6 less from the KO pile. I mean, I haven't had to KO any non-grays yet. This will be the first one. So who do I want to gain back? Again, right side's going to do all the bargaining. So, right side's going to bargain. It's going to be, okay, no wound. And I'm going to have that side gain. A Night Hunter. Oh, no, not gain. KO which cures from the choice. I can gain it when I fight her. So, another Night Hunter takes his place. Okay. She's done. She's hanging out in the sewers. Let's do the thing. I can draw 2 cards if I fight Umar this turn. But I might not do that for... Let's set up the Demonic Bargain. 2 attack, draw a card. Put a card from my hand on top of your deck. I'm going to put the agent back on top. Let's Demonic Descendant. 2 recruit. I will make the Demonic Bargain to get 2 more recruit. And I will discard that agent I put there. Doing that discard lets me do the ritual of the purple gem. I can discard the purple gem to get 6 attack. And I'm at 12. So here's what I could do. I could fight Umar for 7, which would allow me to draw 3 cards with Blade. 2 cards with Blade. So I would need to make up the difference with 5 attack with 2 card draws, which is doable, but not super duper likely, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to hit the Mastermind right now for the sure thing that I've got. Okay. I think all that's left are Mephisto tactics. Damned if you do. Each other player KOs a bystander from the victory pile or gains a wound. Easy. Sorry. Do not want to gain a wound. Okay. 2 more recruit him at 6. Once again, I need to draw that rare, so another sidekick for me. That's all I'm doing. I got enough stuff in my toolkit here. There it is. It was the next card down. But that can hit him on its own. Oh. It's 11. Or is it 12 now? It's still at 11. So 13, 15, 16. Investigate. I might be able to hit him twice if I get a Fateful Investigate. I got the book. The book is out. Turn 40. Azazel. All right. Oh, maybe I fight other things and teleport. No, I don't have that kind of time. Fight a card in your hand and gain teleport this turn. Let's play the book. I need to have a wound happen to activate that. I got Stalk the Prey. If only I could empty the sewers this way, but I can't. 2 attack. Is it more than 11? Maybe. I'll count them again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I was looking at the second mindless ones and it was the first one. It should be 13, I think, then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe not. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 13. Totally 13. So maybe that's possible. I had a feeling. But welcome back to the stream. I'll swap Umar and Azazel. I patrol the sewers. The sewers are not empty, obviously. And then 1 more attack. Goes up to 5. Cannot discard this artifact unless I get a wound, which I'm not going to this turn. And I won't even play my recruit. You know, I could teleport the Book of the Vishanti, which would be pointless. It's an artifact. I could teleport this trooper. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. I could leave Azazel there. I could rest the bindings away. Or I could leave it in my discard pile for Oshter's inevitable drawing cards. So I could just do a big bucket of nothing. Let's do nothing. Nothing sounds good. Okay, yep. I got Oshter KO power now. Okay, here we go. Time to hit the Mastermind. 41. All right, Spider Infected. I'm getting so lucky. Every card I think is going to be a twist now. You get a bystander. So yeah, Vampiric Surge is worth 13 attack right now, but let's do some other stuff first. Let's do an Investigate first. Now, I could fight Azazel and teleport Vampiric Surge. But since I can hit the Mastermind this turn, there's not a great reason to do that. Investigate for a card that's ranged or Instinct, and I get it. I get an Instinct card and a Sidekick on top. So I already have enough to hit him twice, I think. So 13, 15, 17, 18, I have enough to hit him twice. So I'll hold off. Let's play Vampiric Surge right now, because even if I hit villains, it's going to be a net decrease for this turn. So let's get myself my 13 attack, up to 15 total. There we are. And let's hit Mephisto once. Alright. Pain begets pain. Choose any number of wounds from your hand and discard pile. The player to your right gains them. It's at 0 is your choice, but I don't have any anyway. Nope, just the solicit. But it's exciting, isn't it? Alright. That's gone. Let's get 5 more attack by playing everything, all the attack I've got. So let's start Unearth Tectonic Power. 2 more attack up to 7. Investigate. I put the Psychic on top, yeah. And that's a wound. I will tuck the wound easily. Sidekick on top. Rictor does not activate, but that's 8, 9, 10 attack. Enough to hit him a second time in the same turn. No thanks to Emma before. That is the final tactic. If I can get 10 attack before 2 more twists occur, I can win this thing. Each other player without a Mastermind tactic in the victory pile gains a wound. Did the right side get any tactics? I honestly cannot tell you. Oh yeah, that's the diamond formed one. So no wound for the right hand side, which is kind of unfortunate because I could have used the Book of the Vishanti stuff. But anyway, I'll probably see if I can get one with a bargain. All right, I just have to hit Mephisto one last time for the final blow, and that is it. If you're talking to me, Remington, probably I started really following the expansions probably around when Ant-Man came out. Heroes of Asgard, Ant-Man. Probably Annihilation, which is what made that wait so difficult. The 10th anniversary of Legendary is in November. It released in November of 2012. They have not announced any 10th anniversary specifics. They just reminded us that there is a 10th anniversary coming up, and it's in November, so we're going to have to wait and find out. One more sidekick for me. See if this is a fateful draw. Okay, cool. I do not have Spectrum yet, but if I draw with the sidekick... Oh, I have a lot of thoughts. If I draw with the sidekick, I can get 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, but I need one more attack. I'm still short one more attack. So it's all up to the sidekick if the right side can't handle it. And hopefully I don't get twist, because then the game's just over. Okay. Alright, I can make a demonic bargain to maybe get a wound and get the book discarded, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. Alright, here we are. Really cutting it close. Unfortunately, this is going to cause a 3 Waking Nightmares, so I don't know about this, you guys. Alright, Mastermind, nope. Mastermind Strike Effect. Here we go. Stack this right next to the Mastermind. Then each player has a Waking Nightmare for each strike, so that's 3. So each player has 3 Waking Nightmares. That's rough. Let's begin. I'm going to start with Monster Hunter. Discard and draw. It's Elsa. I will do the same card. I know I finally have Spectrum, but I want attack. Discard and draw. I fail. And then Oster. Discard and draw. Clea. Okay. That's 4, 6. I didn't gain a wound, but I might. I can set up the... Okay. There's a chance, is what I'm saying. Left-hand side, 3 demonic bargains, huh? I hope I don't get rid of that rare, but I probably will have to. Rictor, discard and draw. Yep, I have to get rid of the rare. Discard and draw. Discard and draw. Alright, I got 2 psychics out of it. Okay. I mean, what I know people are hoping for the anniversary, it's not necessarily my prediction, but people want to see a revamped core set, you know, with different card art, epic masterminds. Like I'll make the mildest of predictions. I think we're gonna get new content that we haven't heard of before. I think it's gonna be more than promos. I think it's going to be more than a storage solution. I think it's going to be more than a revamped core set. I think it's going to be surprise new content, like new cards with new mechanics. And that's as far as I'll go with my prediction, because that's just what I think. Okay. So I'm going to start with Clea, because there is a way I can get this to work. 2 attack, draw a card. Okay, it's Elsa. That's good. I'm going to force getting a wound. On purpose. I'm going to put Elsa's Bloodstone Pendant back on top of the deck. Then, I'm going to play Hoggoth. 2 attack base. I will choose to make a demonic bargain for 2 more attack. Guess what? Elsa's on top. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a wound on top of the deck. Shield Trooper is 7. I don't play it yet because I have to. I got the wound, so I activate the Book of Vishanti. If any player gained a wound, you may set aside the book to KO up to 1 wound from any player's discard pile. I may not have the turn to do it, but I will KO this Bindings. And now I get to draw 3 cards. So I need 3 attack in the last 2 cards, because the first one's a Bindings. So let's see what happens. There's the Bindings. That's going to do it. That's going to win the game for me. Wow. All right. I'm glad I did that little maneuver. Here we go. Another Demonic Bargain. It is a Trooper up to 10. Oh, that was a close one. Let's see if I can get any more attack, take any villains. Oshter, 2 more Recruit. I will KO this Bindings to draw a card. Oh, yeah, that's even more. I'm going to be able to clear some more stuff. Check it out. I got, yeah, so I'll play 1, 2, 3 Recruit up to 5. I'll play my Trooper up to 11. And I'll play Elsa Bloodstone, defend the shield wall. 1 attack for every... Oh, I didn't wall crawl this. Or when I got it, I chose not to, I guess. Subconsciously. All right, 1 attack for each other's shield hero. I played this turn. I played... I don't know if I played anywhere that aren't here, but I played 4. So up to 15 attack. So I have 5 extra. So I can get a little bit more VP. Azazel's worth 2. I can only hit 1 thing. So let's hit Azazel. I won't teleport anything. I don't have any more cards in my hand. For 4. And down to 11. And let's finally take out the big guy himself. Probably 1 turn before I was about to lose. Tactic, yeah. Card/tactic 9. That is it. It is done. And we have won this game by a hair. Barely. Wow. Hitting the Mastermind 9 times really does take a while. But that was fun. Let's go ahead and see how the villain deck appeared. All right. Villain deck. Where was that last twist? I really hope I see it soon. All right. Here. Got it. How do I want to reveal this? All right. We'll do 1 by 1. Spider Infected. Witchfire. So 2 turns. Dracula, 3 turns. Demon Bear. Oh, I forgot about the Demon Bear. 4 turns. Paramedic, 5. Titanic, 6. Ooh, I had some time. Okay. Wow, I had 8 turns to losing. And that's the benefit of a scheme where... So the good thing about this scheme is some schemes are timers that have like 6 or 8 twists in there. You lose on twist 6 just to speed it up. But yeah, surprising amount of time left. But I'm glad I won where I did because this could have been anywhere in there. Okay. But the point is, there's usually one twist near the bottom of the deck. So because this requires you to play every twist you put in to lose to the timer, it was a little more forgiving anyway. All right, let me go ahead and give the rewards, count my points, send you over to somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed the very last 10 p.m. MCU stream. The other ones starting next week are going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific. Choose prediction rewards is going to be a win. It's not a lot of points going back out, but there you go. That was a fun one. I am very excited to jump into the Phase 4 setups next week. Here we go. Left-hand side. 6, 12, 18, 20, 24, 26, 29, 32, 33, 36, 37, 43, 49, 55, 58, 62, 65, 71, 72, 73, 74, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83 on the left. So yeah, with double the Mastermind tactics, you get a little more VP in this setup. 6, 8, 9, 15, 17, 18, 19, 22, 25, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40, 44, 45, 46, 47. Definitely broke 100. On the right. Pretty good. Oh, just personal schedule changes. Probably shouldn't be staying up till midnight anymore. You know, just better to have a consistent schedule, you know? I was glad I was able to do it for as long as I could for those who were able to make it. All right, thank you so much for watching this one. So yeah, next week, 4 p.m. Pacific, is going to be the beginning of Phase 4 with WandaVision, and I'm very excited for all those setups that are going to be coming through there. We're going to get through all the What If episodes, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to get through some of the films, and we got Spider-Man No Way Home. It's going to be great. I'll see you guys Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific, for the randomizer stream. If you're playing the tournament, get those setups in. I'll be going over... it officially starts on Friday, but you have about a week and a half to get those in. And all right, let's see who's playing some board games. Usually the answer is nobody. Should be a little bit easier to raid people when I'm playing in the afternoon. But yeah, again, it's nobody. So let's see who I'm following. All right, we're gonna go to our friend Thoreau. So I will see you there. See you in the Discord. And thanks for watching this one. It was a blast. Take care, everybody.